Yeah.
We got another guy that just left our academy that's fighting too. He's a blue belt. He's fighting some wrestler from Oklahoma, OU. But this Yuri guy, is a badass dude, and the guy that he's supposed to be that he's fighting is a badass too. And they've been talking so much shit that we're having a whole academy come up from Miami, and the professor himself is flying in because he wants to keep everything in check. Like a table's like $460.
Fuck, it's cold. We're live. Yeah. Remind me later. I keep forgetting to uninstall Adobe. All right. So, since we're what do you call this?
Business.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk some business
So,
after this.
Yeah, I need to talk to you after the show. So remind me if there's a chat room.
We
Remind
gotta
me.
take care of a couple things afterwards.
Yeah.
After the show. All right. Check. No, I was gonna tell you was you were talking about that
Concussion.
that whole thing getting hit in the head when we were out playing airsoft out at the
hospital.
At the hospital. The refs walk around.
Did y'all get video?
Yeah, I
on all
got.
that?
I'm working on it right now. I can show you afterwards.
You put some metal to it.
I put that track I built to it. That electronic
Oh, you did?
weird one that I was saying was for us. But we were. The refs walk around with.
So there's refs at these events.
Yeah, they just make sure everything's cool and everybody's being fair. But they walk around. They've got red.
So you don't shoot them.
So you're not supposed to shoot them, but they don't wear their face mask or anything like everybody else does.
So y'all shoot them.
They wear glasses. Well, this ref's walking around the corner and he gets popped by a kid. And the kid pops him right in the face. He's like, God damn it, you shot me right in the face. He's like, it's cool. I'm a ref. So he walks down the hall.
Shot again.
He comes back. The same kid shoots him in the face again. And he goes, all right, you little son of a bitch. And he had his pistol on his side and just lit him up. I was like, that was funny. Because it happened like 20 feet from me. I was like, God damn it. But he wasn't like saying, ref, coming through, refs
So
coming through.
the kid was like, fuck it, I got to take out this
hey,
threat.
Anybody that walks through there, I'm shooting.
You got to know when
pretty
you're
good.
in hostile territory. Like you can't be flying around Syria right now in your little Cessna. What was our plane when we did the skit about the
Our little Cessna?
was it a Cessna?
No,
it was a crop
some other
duster.
plane. It was a crop duster.
It was some kind of like CDs.
CDs nuts.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at this. Whoever wrote these diary entries, I'm in a wormhole now. I forgot all about these.
Did you just turn this on, or was it
The
had it been on?
No, I just turned it on.
Okay.
We're 4 minutes left in the first. Yeah, the TV froze up. 6/25/99. 1999. Endless revisions. TR decides to restructure the entire intro to We're in This Together due to emotional difficulties he's having with the feel of it. 4 hours later, they have meticulously sculpted something that just feels better. Well, it sounds like something falling apart, but it fits. I wonder what happens to all the parts they don't use. The mood in the studio is edgy and a bit uncomfortable, I believe because the track demands it. TR has explained the desperation involved and the feeling that should be conveyed through the performance, and he has become that mood. The chorus is sung about 20 times, and I swear I can hear something tearing loose in his throat. Maybe Indian food. Shitty. More vocals.
Who's writing this?
But
Who
no
wrote this?
sound comes out. time to watch Crash for the third time this week. We plow ahead. I don't know who wrote
Crash
these.
the
Movie.
which one? The sex one or the?
It's probably the sex
or
one.
The,
It was
one about
99.
Well, remember there was a movie that came out. I think about
The race, right? Is race relations?
yeah,
Hopefully,
like cops and shit. And
hopefully it's the one about the
Sex.
people that
Have
want to
sex.
bang in car crashes.
Yeah, as the dude from Blacklist.
Yeah.
And
They have screenshots of the Pro Tools sessions and everything. This was
who
in-
wrote that? Was it the producer?
I don't know. I don't know who's writing this. I got to figure out who wrote the journals during. Who wrote journals during the Fragile sessions? Fragile production journals. They're all here. It doesn't say who wrote them. Atticus.
He wrote it.
Yeah, it says Atticus.
Oh,
July 1st, 1999. We have a DAE error. Everything's erased. Can you imagine being in the room when that happened?
probably was not a good few hours.
No, probably not. Live 7/4/99. We're in the final days. You can tell by the atmosphere in the studio. Blah blah blah. There's a short list of tracks left to be completed before final sequencing occurs. Live rehearsals have begun. What a beating.
Live rehearsals, meaning they got this tracks, the sequencing and the structure structured out, and then they were going to start jamming it.
When we're going on tour,
Or that's
We
what I'm saying.
wrote-
Or they
yeah.
wrote it and then went immediately on tour.
wrote and recorded an album in studio and immediately went on tour.
Like left the studio and went on tour
Yeah,
for like 3 months.
something like that.
That's when bands could do stuff like that.
When bands could do stuff like that. Well, when Justin Mendel Johnson joined, he said he had to learn 75 songs.
Wow, man.
He had
That's
to
those
learn
music guys, man.
bass and guitar for 75 songs because he swapped out.
Yeah.
And keys, but
Fucking need a decongestant, man.
it's this stuff blowing in, man. It's like 20 fucking degrees out here.
Yeah. And I took an allergy pill before I came over here because sometimes when I come over here, there's something in these trees that'll stop me up.
So that fucking bird,
The albatross,
the albatross that lives in the trees right here.
or the one that died from I was once eaten, just flying by, having a good day, and then heard our music and then
Died.
fell out of the sky.
Just fell out of the sky. All right, are we recording? Those are up. Yep.
We're
Yep.
triggered.
We're triggered. We're ready.
We're ready.
You want to do this?
Yeah, I should probably look at the notes.
You probably should. I don't know if I can finish this pizza beer.
I only have like 2 of. You want to get you one?
I might need that long drink in there.
That's what I was gonna drink. I was just playing. I want to also at least
I
try
am
this. Do a shot of the
No, we're gonna get to that.
Abasolo.
Well, I brought 2 things we can take shots of, but we'll talk about that when we talk about the road trip. Here we go.
I will eat your ass.
Time out. Time out. Time out.
This episode of the
Last Kicker.
Brought to you by
Guys Note
Pizza.
and
Victor Wrench.
and Plastic Object.
This program contains graphic material, including offensive language. Viewer discretion is advised.
We are down to nothing. We need some guests to bring some beer.
You work for a place that can feel that thing, you know.
Yeah, no,
Show 407. It is
no.
Tuesday, February 9th, 2021. Happy Tuesday, Matt.
Happy Tuesday.
It's going to be like this next week, too.
Tuesday.
You know, I've been out here for like 4 hours warming this thing up.
I'm glad.
I had to pull that out of the attic. The oil
Yeah,
heater.
the old one.
The old oil radiator heater.
The radiator heater.
It's freaking cold out here. And now we're watching hockey.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make things warm.
I'm shriveled up for sure.
Oh, there's
Shrivelage going on.
I just went out and took a pee, and there was some hunting going on. Some
I know
looking
you're
around.
down there, buddy.
Where you at?
I'm not that well endowed as it is. So, hey, buddy.
I nearly had a man come over with a little horn
Wake it up. Just kind
and
of
draw it out and let it come out.
Yeah.
Look around. Yeah,
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
pretty cold. So
it is pretty cold.
It's supposed to be Death and Morbid Ice Terror tonight, or is it tomorrow night? I think it's tomorrow night, isn't it?
Well,
or is it Thursday night?
It depends on what model you're looking at, according to all the weathermen.
Right.
Delkis says it's just going to be freezing drizzle tonight, and it's not supposed to really affect anything in the morning.
Well,
But then
they've already backed. Remember last week it was saying it was going to be 12 degrees. Well, they've already brought that up about 10 degrees.
Except
so-
for on Saturday. This Saturday it's supposed to be like 11.
Oh, is it back down? They moved it back down to 11 because
Yeah.
the first models that I looked at, everything was saying mainstream media madness. Thunder Truck was reporting 12 degrees on Thursday night.
I like listening to our friends out in California that complain when it's 60 degrees out there and that's
Yeah.
too cold. Maybe even 50s are too cold out in California.
Yeah.
Why don't you come
But
out
that's
here?
a cold ass 54 though. That's blowing in from the Pacific. It's not. I mean,
Saturday's
this
up
is cold,
to
but-
16. Monday it'll be 12.
yeah.
And snow on Monday, 55% chance of snow. Tonight we might get some sleet and rain, freezing sleet, rain, something. Anyway, let's give the weather forecast. Let's do it at the half past the hour every hour.
I mean, we can if you'd like to. Just watch the time. Set your alarm on your phone. That's how I would do the weather if I was at a news station. I would just set the alarm on my phone.
What is it? WBAP does it on the 10s.
Yeah, there's weather on the 11s on one of them too.
One of them. I like.
Weather on the 7s.
When's the last time you've watched Private Parts?
It's been a while.
When he's at WNBC and they're
WN
hammering his ass. Big Vomit's hammering his ass about doing the weather and
Yeah.
everything, and he's like, "Last night my grandmother died, and the last thing she said to me," and you hear it a ding, and he goes, "Oh yeah, it's 8:15 p.m. and it's 38 degrees outside." Anyway, back to my grandmother dying.
When I worked at the jazz station, it was a lot like that. You had to hit your 15. It was on the 12s, I think.
And that's why we're not in radio.
Yeah, because I didn't do good as it was when I was trying
No.
to take it serious. Dude, I was bored hopping for the Eagle. Like Chris,
Yeah,
he's nice. He's a nice guy because I was fucking up shit, especially on the mix because I didn't give a fuck.
yeah.
When I had to cover the mixes board, and a lot of times you had to do both. So you had to run back and forth between both boards.
What was on the mix? Was that
It was
Yanni?
in code too.
Was that like a
No, it was all hey now, yeah, Rockstar, get your game
Oh, it's
on,
that stuff?
all that shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Your mix of 80s, 90s,
one of the bands we talked about last week was on there a lot.
lit.
No, No.
Who?
your friends.
My friends.
I said, what about
Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yeah, they were big players of that one.
Yeah.
And then you had what was it, Sugar Ray,
Hey, that first
Bunch of
Sugar
that.
Ray album,
the punk one.
the one that was metal
Is
with
it?
what's her name on it? Naked Nicole Eggert. Lemonade and brownies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Everyone our age has had a crush, severe crush, almost obsession, like a perverted, deviant, possession.
On Nicole
obsession
Eggert.
on Nicole. Yeah,
Let's go look her up these days.
on Charles in Charge.
She
Man.
was.
And then she went to Baywatch. Man.
Well, that's when she was on the album, cover of the album, right? Was her
I think-
Baywatch days.
Yeah.
She's all that cover.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I was working at Best Buy when that came out, and I was like, "What is this?"
You had to stay in your seat
Mm.
at your desk. Didn't you
Oh.
hate it when that happened in the 8th grade, 6th grade,
She won't
7th grade?
she won't be running on the beach anytime soon.
When you had to stay in your seat because you accidentally popped wood in the middle of class? And
Yes.
you're like, okay, guys, I'm just going to be a little late. Like, come on, dude. Pencil break.
It's the
No.
worst thing you did in school.
Worst thing
Like-
I did?
Like, did you
Most
ever? Did you ever?
embarrassing?
Yeah, embarrassing. Did you ever piss your pants? Shit your pants? Or
Shit my pants a lot. Yeah, hell yeah.
a
shit my-
lot? Like this
Dude,
was
I
a
shit myself.
common
I
occurrence.
shit myself at Houston skate park once, and it dribbled down my leg in front of everyone while I was skating.
Did you not know it was coming out?
I mean, I knew my stomach was upset, but I tried some trick in the flat, and like I don't even remember what I did, and then all of a sudden I felt something like, oh man, I'm really sweating, and I looked down my leg, and
You did not know
I had
things were
poop
coming out
sock.
of your butt.
no,
You never felt them
that's
come
how
out.
hardcore I skated, man.
Look, she's all bent over on this cover with her butt in the air.
Let me see.
You're gonna have to.
I'm not gonna get up to look at Nicole Eggert at the age of 45. Maybe 20 years ago. Still,
It's
Like, I
just
was
this. The
25.
cover of this album was like, "What are you doing?" And I didn't even know it was her. And then you find out that it's her, and you're
Yeah.
like, "Man, Charles was in charge."
Is
of my
Sugar
days
Ray
and
the
my
one
nights.
that does the cover set with Bill Burr? They get together and play a bunch of covers. Isn't it him?
Do they?
I think Bill Burr is in a cover band with a bunch of other comedians and musicians and stuff, and they're actually pretty good from what
What's
I
his
hear.
name? Mark
McGrath.
McGrath.
Yeah. Did you remember that video that came out like 10 years ago where he just fucking started getting in that kid's face?
Yeah,
Just lost his shit.
yeah,
Started.
yeah. They do.
Yeah. Who else is in it? There's some other guys that are in it too. I think it's not just those two.
Some of the guys from Stone
Knuckleheads.
Temple Pilots.
Is the assassin in it? The hitman?
The assassin.
The hitman.
Hi.
Hi. It's the hitman.
What's his name plays with them? Duff.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
He
Duff
does.
McKagan comes and sits in, and so does, of course, he does. Dave Navarro, because he has nothing else to do with his life.
What do you mean? He makes tattoos, shows, reality shows.
Yeah.
Which does he even do tattoos, or he just gets them?
Did you ever see? That's a good question. He's got them, and they're all over his body.
Yeah. Does he give them though? Like, why is he doing a tattoo show? That's like me doing a ballerina show.
It is. It really is.
I should do a ballerina
You should do a ballerina
reality
show.
show.
It'd be awesome.
and be like,
We'll follow you around.
bitch, that fucking sucked.
Did you ever see?
Next time you come in here like that, I'm gonna cunt punt you over into karate class. Get the fuck out of my ballerina.
We need a reality show. Well,
Or I can say cunt punt.
no, where you judge the
The pole dancers?
no.
Because I'm almost in that.
I'm trying to phrase this the correct way. Where you
Now watch it here. You got listeners. I have a
the,
reputation to uphold.
the little girls
Uphold.
that all
Okay, enough. We're done here.
the the ones that get
No,
up
I
there and
don't
do
know.
the beauty pageants.
No,
the little
yeah,
beauty
that'd be
pageants,
the worst.
and you're just
that'd be the
yelling
worst.
at these young little girls, just scarring their lives, screaming at them,
I don't think that would.
and
get
then you
bought by
attack their
Netflix.
moms.
Well, I think she's got some potential. But
And what's her
know.
name? That sugar. What was that one mom?
Cootie pie?
I don't know. I
don't
think
know,
that's
man.
a YouTube thing.
Oh, that's right. That's a YouTube star.
Dave Navarro was married to
Carmen Electra.
Carmen
wasn't it?
Electra, and they had the coolest engagement photos ever done. Did you ever see those?
I probably did.
They're both laying.
I was
naked.
really obsessed with her too for a while.
They weren't. They were covered, but they were both naked on
Yeah.
gurneys, slabs, holding hands, like they were dead.
Yeah.
In the morgue.
She was actually in the documentary about the Chicago Bulls, talking about Dennis Rodman, Last Dance.
Oh yeah, we have a friend that made out with her in a movie.
Really?
Yeah.
In a movie?
Yeah, Danny did.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's smoking. She's still hot.
Mm.
Dude, in Last Dance, I was like, still in.
Was she really?
Yeah,
Was she
she
still
looks
hot
really
in that?
good.
I
Yeah,
used
really
to.
good.
She was. That's another Baywatch girl that was smoking. Let's see what she looks like now.
I forgot she was in
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. She's 48 years old. I didn't know she was that old, and that's not really old. But for some reason, I thought she was younger than that.
Yeah. No. Elizabeth Hurley. How old is she now?
I don't know, but
Didn't we look it up the other day?
I think so. But
think
she's
she's
going
54.
nuts on her freaking Twitter.
She's enjoying summer, man.
It's not summer. Where?
She's probably in Australia or something. I don't know. Where's she from?
England? It's
Scotland.
always cold and dark and rainy in England.
Scottish.
And isn't she?
I don't know, man. I'm sure she's not living where she's from right now.
Good day, mate.
She's Australian, huh? Knew it.
An English actress from Basingstoke, UK. Yeah, she's doing this whole 10-day bikini posting thing on IG.
Interwebs, Instagrams.
Chris Johnson needs to stop sending me stuff during their show.
What'd he send you?
He goes, "Want to have your balls tugged on?" This song. Which means
So is he saying
Let's
it's a
see what
good song or a bad song?
I guess that means ERRA.
Son of a bitch, we're supposed to get our band fight ready, and we came in
The
here and fucked
Scorpion
around
Hymn.
about pizza beer
Dude,
for an hour.
Marlon brought us pizza beer before the show.
So that's the reason we don't have band fights ready again.
Space Pizza by Martin House. I don't know what the fuck I'm putting in my mouth. I don't know if this is this safe?
It feels like I'm going to have indigestion in the morning.
Like, seriously, do they put... This is a science experiment, right?
It tastes like when you're at a pizza joint and you've drank too much after you've ate a bunch of pizza. Remember that place that was, I don't even think it's there anymore, by
I am
Trees?
a pizza.
the place is right by Trees?
Yeah.
Is it still there?
ZD's?
Yeah, has it survived?
I think so. Last time I was out there. It was
Well, you
there.
know, when you show up there at like 12:30
That was the old Last Beat Records.
and you've had 65 beers and 65 shots and you decide it's a good time to eat pizza and then you start kind of burping it up a little bit, that's
Yeah.
what this beer tastes like.
This is a fully loaded pizza because I get olives, I get onions, I get pepperoni.
There's some onions in it too, I think.
Yeah, I don't know about this.
No.
You know what it's?
I'm on my it's like a
Listen.
bad michelada.
Smell
it's like
it.
a bad red beer.
Smell it. Pizza Inn
Yeah, it sounds like Pizza Inn.
or Mr. Gaddy's.
Or Mazzio's. Anybody from East
Mazzio's.
Texas?
We had a Mazzio's on our snow, man.
There was?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I thought that was just an East Texas thing.
Yeah, there's a Mazzio's.
I guess that's just picking shrooms right off a cow shit. That's an East Texas thing.
No, I don't think. I think
Tripping
people do that all over the
balls.
place.
Tripping bulge.
Speaking of tripping balls, I went on a road trip this weekend.
Before Wintergeddon?
Before winter getting hit. And I want to tell you something.
What do you want to tell me?
70, 75, 80 degrees as I drove around the desert in February was amazing. Windows down, shirts off, pants off. Not really. I just didn't have to wear a freaking hoodie or nothing. Had the windows down, sunroof
Even at night?
open, was cruising.
How cold did
55.
it get at night? So it wasn't that bad at night.
It wasn't that bad at night.
What'd you go out there for?
To get the fuck away. Okay, well, here. Let's break this all down. I've been wanting to go out to Big Bend for 25 fucking years. And every time I tell someone I want to go,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll get together. We'll put something together.
Well,
Yeah,
all you
let's
had to
go
do
down.
is wait
Let's
one
do
more
this.
week and then I could have gone with
Let's
you.
go this weekend. I'll go
I
again.
gotta make music this weekend.
So everybody's like, you know, yeah, we'll do this, or yeah, we'll get a group together. Yeah, we'll go down there. And I just was finally tired of it. Fuck them all. I'm doing this. I'm in quarantine. What better place to go to be alone than in the middle of the desert in isolation land?
Yeah.
So I built out a plan because I really needed to go. You can watch videos about all these trails and driving on all this on these back roads and where the back road campouts are, but you don't get a physical sense of it.
Like a rest stop? Back road camp out site?
No, and they actually have campsites
So it's not like
that are backcountry, out in the middle of fucking nowhere.
So it's not code for like the yellow shirt at Gateway?
No, it's
Okay.
not code for that. So I made a whole plan that after we did our show on
You're
Tuesday,
gonna put a yellow shirt on.
I put a yellow shirt on. I stayed up late after the show. Then on Wednesday night, the band guys were supposed to come over, but that all fell apart. So I stayed up. I stayed up till like 4 a.m. Wednesday night. Slept Thursday till about 1ish. My bug guy came by to spray the house. He asked
Thanks,
how
bug
you were
guy.
doing. He asked how you were doing and made sure nothing was crawling on you lately.
Yeah, from the like
Still-
you're talking about the wasp attack that I had several years ago. That's on video, I think, somewhere
Or
on the show.
the water bug that climbed it on you or something on your headphones.
That's
and
happened
you
several
flew.
times. And
Yeah.
then there's been a spider
And a
that crawled
spider.
out from the
headphones.
can when we were jamming. I was once eaten.
So
One of the most traumatic experiences of my whole entire adult life.
So we headed out, or he did his little
Thanks, bug
spray
man.
thing, the bug guy. I hung out with him, and then I took off. I was like, fuck it, done. Left here about, I don't know, 2:30, 3 o'clock.
Did you ask him to go with you?
I did. He said
couldn't.
he had a
some
he had a
stuff
full
to do.
weekend. He had some stuff he
A lot
needed
of
to do.
bugs out there.
He goes, you know what? He goes, yeah, we'll put something together. We'll go out there one of these days. We'll do something. We'll
He had
go
to do-
camping.
he couldn't do it this weekend because he knows this big freeze is going to come in and do his job for him. So
Yeah.
now he had to
And,
get all the bug appointments in he
done.
could.
So I headed out, and it was. I got to Big Bend at shortly after midnight.
Mhm.
Pulled into the park, and was like, "Look at this playground in front of me, and there's no one around, no cars.
Did you wear your mask?
Fuck no. I only wore it when I went up to the park patrol offices during the day.
Yeah.
There was no one, nothing. I pulled into the gate.
Now this is one of the.
There was
This is
nowhere to
where
pay
it's
money.
zero dark. Like it's the grade D or whatever.
It's you're in zero. Yeah,
Zero
you're in zero
dark.
land.
Zero light.
This
land.
is the darkest, supposedly one of the darkest spots in America.
This is
in
one of
North
the
America.
places
It's
that
a-
I wanted to go with you.
It's a national dark spot, and I wasn't sure how the moon was going to play out and if it was going to fuck me. Dude, didn't
Moon
come
was
up till like
perfect.
3 o'clock. So I drove around Chico's Basin, going up into the mountains and stuff, did a bunch of shooting, and then the moon started coming up. I was like, oh, this is badass. And I started getting kind of tired. So the park's full, right? There's nowhere to camp. None of the campgrounds are empty. And they're booked out for months.
Because everybody's trying to get away.
Yeah, because of COVID, everybody wants to get out there and get away. So I just found a spot to go hide out in. Had a little air up mat, one of those, my hiking air up mat,
Yeah.
pumped it up in the back of my truck. Climbed back there, snoozed for a couple hours, waited for the sun to come up, and then got some sunrise shots. And then I had about 2 or 3 hours of sleep, probably. And then from about 7 a.m., 6:30, 7 a.m., I drove the entire fucking park and went all over God's
Do they have
green earth.
gas stations on the park?
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say
That's what I was worried about,
it's
too.
get dicey out there if you forget to get gas.
Yeah,
huh?
I kept getting nervous and topping myself off. Like you'd drive from the main Panther Junction spot. There's a gas station there. I topped off. Then I drove all the way down south to where it hits Mexico, the border, the Boquillas crossing.
They have the wall up.
Yeah, you don't really
Not
need
doing
to-
too good.
No, there's not much of a wall down there. In fact, when you get to the crossing,
I thought it was almost done.
so the crossing's closed because of
Trump had us thinking that it was almost done.
Yeah.
Like he just needed a couple more Lego pieces.
so the crossing is
That's what we should do is a Lego wall.
A Lego wall would be awesome. Then the wind blows, it just falls over, and you just hear it. People
People
step
step on them.
it, get hurt.
Fuck this, man.
So, God. So the crossing's closed because of COVID,
Yeah.
right?
Crossings closed because of COVID.
So
Which is weird.
The Mexican people can't come over and set up their little stands and stuff to sell all their wares and their food. So what they do is they just walk across the river and set up a bunch of stuff to sell, and it's the honor system. You drop your money in a bucket, take what you want.
Yeah, they do that in Pensacola too. You take any peanuts or tomatoes or whatever you want.
Well,
just
these
leave
are all
them
like
on.
trinkets and handcrafted stuff, and
Oh, you
cool
mean like
things.
market stuff that you would buy
Yeah.
in markets in small Mexican towns?
yes,
Yeah, I got you.
it's all there. Well, as I'm sitting up on the ledge, you can see the guys that control it just right there, 100
Control.
yards from you across the river. It's their little cell thing.
Oh, okay.
Well, people started buying stuff and taking off, so they just walked across the river and restocked it.
Huh.
And no one cares. No one.
Well, you got to live. They got to do something.
Yeah, but like the park doesn't care. Border Patrol doesn't care. And it was so cool, so rad. And left there, went around. I drove River Road at the advice of a park ranger, who I will never listen to a park ranger again in my life for any of their advice. Because she saw what I was driving. She's like, "Oh, you're in your 4Runner. That's no big deal. You got 4-wheel drive. It'll be a nice, smooth drive for
You're like,
you."
Jesus, take the wheel.
And she's like, and it's just a couple of hours for you to get
Yeah.
from. You just follow the Rio Grande from one side of the park to the
She
other.
made it sound like it was just a car commercial scene. Just like
She told this old couple. Okay, this old couple's like 60, 70 years old. They're in a Sprinter van, and she's telling them the same route she's telling me.
just followed that guy in the 4Runner.
And you'll get to see the mine where they used to mine mercury and quicksilver, and you'll get to see into these canyons, and there's this area where you can sit and relax and watch and look down into Mexico and into Rio Grande off this rim and all this stuff. And it's like, okay, so if it's not that big a deal and only takes, a couple hours, I'll go do it. 4.5 hours later, when I got out of there, beat to shit.
From the rocking back and forth in your ride.
Yeah, it was just, keeping everything steady as you're going through it, and you're going.
Yeah.
The truck did fantastic. Did great.
But the body got beat up.
But I got beat up riding around in it, and
Okay.
I got, sorry,
Send us a
I
message.
don't know. Shia LaBeouf is no longer with something, is what that said.
All right, Sean.
Sorry
Sorry about
Shia.
that.
But I went down to the far end of the park, and those people, if they followed me in there,
They would have died.
they never would have got through there, because there was stuff where I was wondering about the ground clearance of the 4Runner, even as high as it sits.
Really?
Like how I was going to come over things and stuff. Like, I was questioning it. They're not getting a Sprinter van through there. There's no fucking way.
No.
But went down to the Santa Elena Canyon, and from there I started my
Peyote trip.
close. I started my Anthony Bourdain Trail of Tears. So I started visiting all the places he visited when he went to West Texas.
Oh.
Starting with Santa Elena Canyon, where he stopped and
Had some
had some food.
food.
And,
Drank
one
some
side,
wine.
as you're sitting there on the Rio Grande, one wall of the canyon is
Mexico.
America, the other side is Mexico.
And if you come to this side, you need to learn to speak American.
And drove through the park. It started getting close to sunset. I left the park, got really depressed.
Because of Bourdain or just because you didn't want to go home?
I didn't want to leave the park. Dude, it
You
was
wanted to move there?
the greatest fucking day in forever.
Yeah.
Seeing all this, and something I've been wanting to see forever. I supposedly gone down there when I was a little kid, but I don't remember it.
I've never been there. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I'm yawning on the show.
Yawning on the show. So what's crazy about the place is how many biodomes there are. Like
Yeah,
in
that's the new thing.
in the Chico's
If you're rich.
Canyon, you have what? If you're rich,
Yeah, biodomes. Microsoft, Bill Gates, he's buying biodomes
Not
all over the
bad.
place.
Biomes. The inside of the Chico's Canyon is like being in Taos, Red River. It's got the
Yeah.
trees and everything, and you're in the mountains,
Mhm.
and then you come out and you're in the desert, and then
Yeah,
you go
it's
south,
like San Diego.
and you're in lava fields.
Go fuck yourself, San
and-
Diego.
Yeah, you're in lava fields, and it's
Yeah.
nasty. It's crazy. But anyway, pulled out of the park, got all bummed out and depressed. Went to Terlingua, the ghost town. Went to the grave, that famous grave site, grave marker. Went to the was it Starlight Theater?
Right.
Hung out there. Man, got some elote there.
That's the real deal.
real
elote
deal.
there, huh?
Oh, it's on the stick.
Yeah.
They don't brush it off into a cup.
Don't put
for you.
Cheetos on it.
They wrap the corn on the cob. They dip it in mayonnaise
Yeah.
and cheese and wrap it all up. Man, it was in butter. It was freaking good. And since I couldn't really find anywhere good to spend the night, I had to drive up to Alpine. And
Did you go to a bar?
found a hotel. I was wanting to stay in Marfa, but nothing was available in Marfa unless you wanted to. Like there was a room with a piano.
It was like $500 a night or some shit like
Oh,
that.
it was like $25, but it was
Oh.
like
I'd have
bring
done
your
that.
own camp stuff in here and sleep next to this piano. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I'm beat up. I want to take a shower, and I want to lay in a bed.
Oh, you wanted some first world shit.
I wanted to light my Yankee candle and lay out my nudie magazines around. But I drove to Alpine, got my room, and then I was like, you know what?
Your collection of variations.
My collection of variations.
Because there's a small, you can
And
hide those.
you can hide 'em.
Yeah. Guys that are my age, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about right now.
I was like, you know what? It's still early. It's 10 o'clock. It's still early.
You read one out.
Drove over to Marfa and shot
Again?
in the star. I hadn't gone to Marfa yet.
Oh, okay. My bad.
So drove over to Marfa, shot night
Yeah.
photos in Marfa. I posted one just a little bit ago on Facebook and Instagram of the Starlight Hotel. Then I drove out to the Prada store, something I've always wanted to go shoot. It was one of those Holy Grail type things.
Yeah.
I didn't realize not only is it not in Marfa, it's not in Valentine.
It's a little bit of a drive, huh?
It's 40 miles outside of Marfa.
Yeah.
Got out there to it, shot there.
What happens if you want to buy something there?
You don't buy anything there. Someone broke into it and stole everything
Oh, damn.
a few years ago, and then they filled it back up with it's not real Prada stuff anymore. It's
It's fake Prada store.
fake
then.
Prada stuff, but the fence around it has locks. Everybody brings their little locks. You know, we're in love. We're gonna put a lock.
Oh,
on this
yeah.
thing.
Kind of like, what is it? Over
Their
in
love lock.
France.
Yeah.
Paris or some shit like that.
But when I was driving back,
Sorry, French people.
so I drove out there past this border patrol truck,
Yeah.
and it's got its lights on. It's kind of
pull you over?
Something no, but there are border patrol checkpoints you got to go through.
Yeah, I imagine so.
That's why you can't carry any illegal stuff down into the park unless you
Yeah.
hide it in your butt. Which I had my butt full of stuff. But
Elote.
when I was driving back, I get to the same spot and I see now there's a truck and a like SWAT truck where they're gonna throw people in, like a paddy
They're doing
wagon.
a roundup, huh?
And there's like 5 or 6 border patrol guys about 20 feet apart in the middle of this
Yeah.
field with their flashlights combing.
Well, they said that since Biden came and did the whole open the doors up to the border, that there has been a mad rush coming. But I didn't know it was here already. But I'm sure they are.
Did you hear what
I'm
they?
sure it'd been
I
like,
guess same
if
time
I was thinking
down
about
there.
going and all of a sudden the president of the United States was like, "Yeah, come on over," I'd be like, "All right, fuck it, I'm coming."
Well, the same guys they busted a few guys around the same time I was down there coming from Mexico.
Yeah.
Iranian guys that were
Yeah, I saw
on,
that. Was that in that,
terrorist
was that here?
watch list.
Was that in Texas or was it in Arizona?
I don't know.
I
They
did
just-
see that. I don't remember where it was at.
The guys at work were talking about it. They're like, "Did you see any Iranian terrorists down there?" Yeah, that's
They're all over the place.
yeah. That's
I
what,
smoked weed with one.
Yeah, hung out.
Yeah.
He brought some opium and we set up
He was
a
trying
tent.
to, he's trying
and
to
we
find
turned it
some
into an
kid on a
opium den.
skateboard and some plutonium. And he
Yeah.
had a missile launcher. Oh, no, those are the Libyans, wasn't it?
Those were Libyans.
Sorry, Back to the Future.
But anyway, then from Marfa, drove back to Alpine, spent the night, got up
Yeah.
the next morning, went back to Marfa so I could experience it in the daytime.
So the getting back to the roundup that you saw.
We need to talk about Marfa too.
Well, I thought we just did.
No, during the day.
Oh, is it a yeah, okay. That's what I figured. Because everybody that you see post pictures on Instagram are hot as hell people.
No, it's
And
just
you're
it's
like, oh my
it's all
gosh.
people that don't
Yeah.
belong there.
Right.
No one belong. No one
All
that's
right,
in.
hang on.
No one that's in Marfa belongs there. Okay, because
Especially you.
yeah, it's all rich people from out of town, out of country, whatever that
Hot.
have bought land there, or that are visiting because it's the cool, chic thing to do.
Smoking hot, usually.
They've pushed everybody out. You talk about gentrification of the highest order. It totally
All
is.
the white trash and Mexicans that live there have gotten gentrified out, huh?
They
Is that
have
what you're
been
saying?
priced out by the taxes in that town. And I took some pretty funny photos of some stuff.
Now Marfa also has UFO sightings, right?
They have the lights, the Marfa lights.
Marfa lights, which they
And
try to people say it's UFOs.
Yeah. But they have all sorts of things about that. But they have a nice viewing area that they built out for
So
all
you
that.
can check it out.
So you can check it out. But that is a town.
It's not the Northern Lights, though, right? What are the Northern Lights even? Where's the closest place I can go see some Northern Lights? Not smoke it.
If
just see 'em.
I saw them in Alaska, but you can go see them in Michigan if
there is parts
if
of
the
Michigan
solar
you can do
winds
it.
are hard. If they're hard, if it's a hard
Very aggressive solar wind.
If it's a hard time of month for the solar winds and they're
Right.
pushing through
They're
there,
very, very erect.
if it's heavy solar winds,
Yeah, heavy, hard thrusting of solar power.
yeah, you can see them in
winds.
Michigan.
Is that as far south
Canada.
as it comes?
I don't know. This year they pushed hardcore south.
They come farther south.
Yeah, they got. It's kind of like the Arctic blast we're having right now.
So
It
if
just
the
shoved its
mood's
way in
right,
here. Yeah,
you've taken your little blue pill, and you're the Northern Lights. You can stretch all the way to
down
the
there.
Panhandle. That far?
No, I don't think you can go that far.
Wonder what the farthest south of Northern Lights. Anyway, I've always wanted to see the Northern Lights.
They're interesting. They're cool. They're way faster than I thought they were because you see all these things and they're just kind of swaying back and forth and
Is
stuff.
it? It's like a ribbon.
And it's like, yeah.
See, it always plays with when you see video of it. You're like, that's time lapse. Is it not really time lapse? That's the way it really looks. It just kind of wobbles around like a spermie.
The chat room is saying you can see the lights in Idaho.
Okay.
I'd go to Idaho.
Yeah, just to check them out. Is it it's a for sure thing. If we
Fucking
drive
fresh
to
potatoes.
If we drive to Idaho, we're for sure going to see them, chat room. Because if not, we're coming back scorched earth.
Yeah, or does the feed does the,
I'm not driving to Idaho and coming back empty-handed.
if Idaho you to pimp?
Is that their state motto?
Yeah,
If Idaho, you to pimp?
yeah, that's it. Or the land of potatoes, the land of spuds.
Morning, ladies. Is that it?
No,
No, that's Seattle.
That's Seattle. So, yeah, Marfa.
I should go, huh?
Went to a little liquor store in Marfa.
Oh, they got a liquor store in.
Called Cactus Liquors. Shout out to Cactus Liquors. They
They're
grow
very, very
they have
nice.
they have
nice people.
plants there you can buy,
Peyote?
and then they have liquor. And the big trendy liquor down there is
Dripping Daisy?
this little expensive beast right here, mezcal. This stuff,
Is that
this
that
bottle,
tequila, that double worm tequila? Oh, that's mezcal.
yeah. No,
That's what
this is
it is, isn't it?
mezcal. Yeah.
Yes,
There's
double
no worm.
Tequila.
There's no worm in this.
It's tequila though, right? That dirty ass
No.
tasting tequila tasting stuff.
It's different from tequila. It's made from agave,
yeah.
but it's made different than tequila is. This is smoked, whereas
And that's the stuff. Huh?
tequila isn't. And this is the stuff that everybody's freaking out about. And they have a wall of this, and it's
Yeah.
artisan and craft, and this is the thing down there.
Yeah.
They go over to Mexico and get it. And they bring it back.
Let me see this.
Get us a little cup.
Oh, we're gonna do a
We're-
mezcal. huh?
We're just a hair
Well, it's funny because when I was a kid, the first time I ever drank this shit was
with the worm.
with a double worm, and they said if you drank it all and ate the worm, then you would hallucinate. Me and Johnson did it. No hallucination, just
No.
hella hangover. though.
Hella hangover.
We wish we were
Yeah, that's
dead
the
and
problem.
hallucinating, but
Is
we
hella
weren't.
hangover.
One of the dumbest things I ever did.
It smells a lot like tequila, but it is smokier. And you're not supposed to take shots of this. You're supposed
Let's
to
do it.
All
All right.
They do say to mix it with something. I'm just gonna have a little splash here, a little taster. I took a little taste the other night with my
Ooh, I can smell it.
45%,
45%.
and it is if you take it, it's like it reminds me of like a dirty tequila. Whoa, you're a man. So yeah, bottoms up. See what you think of this.
Yeah, it's a dirty man's tequila.
Yeah, but this is the big artisan thing down there, and trendy and blah, like where we have our whiskey and our
Yeah.
our
No, it's basically like White Lightning, like not White
it's
Lightning, Mad Dog. If
No.
Mad Dog all of a sudden became trendy. I'm like, yeah, that's Mad Dog, you fucking idiots, you
No,
rich fucking assholes.
it's what happened in Ireland.
Gentrification.
It's what happened in Ireland when they said that all the ciders were white trash,
Yeah.
and then some Stella started
like,
making a
"Oh,
cider,
yeah,
and they're
yeah.
like, oh,
Strongbow and all them.
Oh.
Pinky out.
all of a sudden, ciders are
That's
good.
exactly what it's
Ciders are a
like.
big thing, and ciders are the thing.
It's the same thing with
Uh,
strawberry. Like one of these days, someone's gonna have Strawberry Hill and be like, "You
Cheers.
drink Strawberry
Cheers.
Hill."
to Brian's continued good health.
What's wrong with Brian? That's about all that I want right now.
Ever?
Oh, it is smoky though.
It is smoky, right?
Yeah.
Good with grapefruit.
Oh,
Grapefruit
I
juice
can
and
see
orange
that,
juice?
yeah.
Yeah.
Not going good with that pizza beer though.
No, you got to take the pizza beer out of it. No one needs pizza beer.
You don't really need pizza beer in your life, do you?
No, pizza beer does not need to be in your life. And I think this is a trick that Marlon pulled on us.
I want to try
am a
cheeseburger beer now.
Pizza. Did you? Oh, well, I told you about what they put out today.
It's not bad.
So then as I was checking out, I saw this.
Yeah.
This is
Okay.
El Whisky de Mexico Abasolo.
You sound very Hispanic.
I've learned a lot while I was down there this weekend. This is ancestral corn whiskey right here.
Yeah.
And if you notice this whiskey, I can see you through it. So this is your white lightning.
Oh, it's clear?
It's clear.
Okay.
And I would just have a little splash of this, see what you think of this.
Hello, Red Rose lady.
Why are you checking your red rose?
I'm not trying to
Instagram
take
right
a
now?
picture of this. I want to take a picture of this.
Take a picture of
Let's
this
see
too,
here.
because this is. The guy told me that this was this flies off the shelves. Everybody loves this stuff, and they go down and get it and bring it back. But this flies off the shelf, which I then asked him a very important question.
Can I crash here? That's what you asked him?
I asked him, "Can I have sex with your wife?"
I bet that happens out in Marfa, man. I bet Epstein's been in Marfa. He might still be there.
Can I take the blood of your wife and put it inside
QAnon.
my body?
Epstein, Marfa.
That's not what I said. I did not say any of that. I don't even know if those people were married. The people at the liquor store.
Oh, did you tell him to listen to the show?
There are plenty of things. I already got some.
Oh.
I already put it in here.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, you mixed it with the
Yeah.
madre?
I
The
drank
mother?
it
That means mother, by the way.
up. Yeah. I'm glad you're up on it. What I asked him was, is there any local whiskey being distilled down here? In which he replied,
Come back here, I will show you.
not yet. Some people have bought some land and have talked about it, but they're not ready to go yet. And then he was kind of like, if they ever get going type thing. Which
So you want to go and attack it?
built out the exit strategy I was talking to you about.
Yeah, that's a good exit strategy. We could be left alone.
Left alone, we're in Marfa.
We could arm ourselves.
You make a whiskey in Marfa, that's going to sell like fucking hotcakes to all those trendy ass
Yep.
people that are down there that don't belong there, that
Gonna
have
have
taken over the city
Paris Hilton coming wanting your whiskey.
in our night vision goggles.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I
Should
like
be
where
like-
this is going.
Are you Matt Stubbs that made this whiskey? Are you the owner? Are you the
Yes.
half owner of this whiskey company? Yes, yes,
Whoa,
I am.
Yes, I am.
Would you like to come back to my hotel? I got some new
Yes, I would.
night vision
I would.
goggles I want
Yes,
you to try
yes,
on.
yes. I would like that a lot.
Maybe we film some things.
That'd be great.
My little dog's going to watch.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
He might join it.
Okay.
To Mexican whiskey
And Paris Hilton.
and Paris Hilton, Mexican corn whiskey. So that's, we want to get up. You keep talking about there being a Jerry Jonestown Massacre whiskey, which won't be called that.
Yeah, there's a lot of things in the works. I mean, hopefully in 30 years we'll be able to retire.
Maybe we'll make our Podcocky whiskey. How about that name?
Yeah, Podcock. Nah, I don't know, man. I don't. You want something that a lady from South Lake can go into Chili's and order too.
I'd
or
like
not
a
Chili's, whatever
Podcocky all over my face.
Yeah, you don't want to just be able to sell your whiskey at Sparks. You know, you got to
Yeah.
be able to sell
No,
it
no, no.
At South Lake and all those other
No,
places.
no, 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 no. We're distilling it in Marfa.
Yeah, it's going to be called something cool.
It's going to be called something cool that relates to everything, and we're going to make
It's
fucking
Marfa.
bank off of this.
Marfa, hit the lights whiskey. Oh no, we'd end up owing Metallica money, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Jerry Jonestown Massacre Kool-Aid. No, we know some.
Becky Dugan wants to offer us some fluids
Oh, she
for
does.
this. Yes.
Hey, Becky, I haven't talked to you in a while since 4:00 in the morning one night.
Randomly.
Yeah. How's
So,
it going?
are we in? We need to do this.
I know,
I
man. I've been
found you
saying
a
this, man.
jiu-jitsu place.
I could.
Get the fuck away from here.
Yeah, I got to get a little better before I can just start going out there and teaching, being Sensei Matt.
You'll have to
Cobra
drive up
Kai.
to Alpine for that. That's what, a 20-minute
I
drive?
have a fluorescent belt.
Because Alpine's 20 minutes from Marfa.
Yeah. Well, I say we. This is going to be one of our trips
We got a marathon. Oh, you want
For
this
sure.
to be one of our trips?
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because A, I've never been there, and B, I want to go there if I'm going to retire there.
I continued the Anthony Bourdain Trail of Cheers.
C.
Ate at the places he ate. I tried to drink at the place he drank, but
Not doing too well.
they weren't open in the middle of the day,
Really.
and I had to come back. I didn't have to. I
That's
didn't
always
want
the
to.
worst part when you have to come back.
Yeah.
It's like a dream when you have to wake up or when you're tripping and you have to be normal again.
It's like you're leaving a
Fuck.
place where you know you kind of belong and feel like
Or even if you-
kind of belong.
You're okay
like
being
you
an
kinda
intruder
feel.
there, even.
Like you feel like there's something that's attracted your soul to that part of the world, and you feel like you should
It's like New Orleans
soak
to
that
me.
in. And
New
then
Orleans is like that to me.
and then you start driving back to the
like,
cesspool that is
fuck.
DFW, and you're like, I
Yeah,
hate
you
people.
you get to I-30 right there at like freaking Rockwall, and all of a sudden everybody starts driving
Rockwall.
like assholes.
I'm on the wrong
again.
side of the.
If I'm coming back
Oh
from
no,
east.
it's like if I'm coming back, if I'm headed. when
Oh,
I
then
hit,
yeah, you hit
Weatherford.
Rendon and Weatherford in
I
between
was
there
like,
and
oh
shit. You're
god.
like, fuck.
Oh.
I guess Rendon would be off of
Rendon's not it. It's
like
Weatherford, then
Weatherford, and then
Alito.
if you're coming up from south 35, it would be Rendon.
Yeah. Yeah, when you come
You're
back
like,
from
fuck.
Austin, when I
You
start
got
getting
the- you gotta
depressed
hit-
about Austin,
Well, no, you're ready to leave Austin. You're fucking sick as fuck of it, and so as soon as you get out, like what 30 miles, like past Round Rock, a little bit,
past Georgetown,
right,
yeah,
right. So you're cruising, you're like and then you got like an hour and a half, 2 hour and 45-minute break of just peace, and then
yeah, enjoy. You're relaxing because you've just bent the
Ye-
fuck out
yeah.
of your body.
right, you hit west, get you some kolaches,
Get
some
some
whatever
kolaches.
you need.
You stop in Waco,
And you're like, this is it.
you see Chip and Joanne. You're like, what's
Right.
up, Magnolia? Everything neat. Yeah,
cool.
what's up?
Yeah,
Represent, and then you get some
you
kolaches.
go see David Koresh too. Don't forget that.
Yeah, you go see David Koresh. And then you get to
kolaches.
I always get depressed when you hit
The split.
the split.
Yeah.
Because then you're like,
See-
I got a split and I'm going towards Fort Worth. And
Yeah.
you start kind of
Yeah.
seeing things happen. You're like, oh.
Yep. Then you start
yeah.
seeing assholes cutting people off. Let me ask you something else
And
too.
so you get to Burleson
So,
and Kelly Clarkson.
Where would it be coming
waves at
down
you.
from north? I guess once you pass Denton and you get by the racetrack, you start. Then you're like, because Denton, you're like, okay, I can still this. Okay.
No, it's
Still
pa-
getting weird,
yeah.
but
Didn't you got
Once
the
you get
Bucky's.
past-
The Bucky's kind of chills you out. You're like, hey, I can go to Bucky's and do some stuff.
then,
And
but you're right there on the edge of Fort Worth, so you're like, fuck, I got 2 minutes down the road, and then it's Assholeville again.
yeah, yeah. When you get to Golden Triangle, it's very
So it's Rockwall east. Would you say Weatherford Mineral?
West.
Or no, you said Weatherford West.
yeah,
South is we said
Hillsboro.
West or Hillsboro. Yeah,
yeah. Where the
Hillsboro.
split, the 35
Hillsboro,
split is.
yeah, where the 35 splits at.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the douches just and like attack you.
Yeah.
It's like
You're like, what the fuck is wrong with all y'all? What?
when the X-wing fighter flies down, it like makes his
Yeah.
first swoop, and all of a sudden you see this whole brigade of TIE fighters just shove. And all of a sudden these $30,000 millionaires with their fucking stupid ass F-250 trucks
Yeah.
and their fucking stupid Lexus cars and fucking rice burners and shit starts
Weaving in, like, you feel
almost
like you're on
killing you.
the-
You're like, fuck.
You just entered the set of Fast and Furious 10.
Yeah, you went from Dukes of
like, "Oh,
Hazzard
God."
to Fast and the Furious within a mile. And you're like, fucking A. Same thing happens in Houston, too, by the way.
Yeah.
You'll be cruising along, enjoying everything, and then you're going down 45, and all of a sudden you hit like Conroe or
The
or the
Woodlands.
Woodlands. Yeah, the
When
Woodlands.
you hit the
and then
Woodlands,
it's like
things start changing.
Assholeville.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
And coming from the west, Katy.
Oh, south. Yeah, south.
from the
south. When you're
southwest,
going into
yeah.
Houston, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you hit
Katy.
Katy, and you're like, okay, whoa,
Whoa, yeah, yeah.
whoa. Things
So-
have changed.
One thing I wanted to ask you, if you've noticed this trend out in the country, doing country driving, because you
Mhm.
did a lot of night driving, right?
Did a lot of night driving.
driving?
Did a lot of
Have you-
country driving.
So, have you noticed this new fucking really stupid ass trend? This has got to be rich rednecks. Is all I
Okay.
can think of. Like people that listen to bro country.
Okay.
The lights in the wheel wells. All of a sudden, have you noticed this trend? Big ass trucks with balls hanging, lights in the wheel wells.
You haven't seen the bottom of my truck, have you?
You got lights in the wheel wells.
I've got lights underneath it for rock climbing.
Well,
My-
see,
my
that's what I was
lights are
going to
for
ask
rock
for
climbing.
too. Is maybe it served a purpose, but I'm going to Buc-ee's and seeing like
No.
out in, and there's a truck load, like a whole lot full of trucks.
So you know how I went out there, right? I went
You
through.
drove?
I drove. Didn't teleport. No, I went out through Midland, Odessa at the Monahans, turned south, and made my
So
way
around
south.
Midland, Odessa, I bet you saw those trucks everywhere.
Everywhere because it's oil field trucks.
Yeah.
They're all oil field workers that have way too much fucking money and don't know what to do with it. So you saw there were a lot of glowing trucks. Now
Okay.
mine have a purpose. I put
Well, the oil field trucks do too, but the
to
kids,
shut them off.
the kids
they're not
though.
doing anything with them.
I mean, they still could get those oil field roads get dicey pretty quick.
No, you don't need wheel well lights to see down the road.
No, you don't. You turn them on when you're in a situation, right? Is
No.
my understanding.
They turn them on to show off colors and to
Right.
make it look cool.
That's
and
what I'm
whatever,
talking
and
about.
and they go to the music. Mine are made for mine do change colors, but I don't change the colors on them. Mine are made for climate. When you climb over rocks, you can
They
see
serve a
the
purpose,
dark.
is what you're saying.
Or when I'm out shooting, I was tired of stepping out of the car at certain areas and
Stepping on a rattlesnake.
hearing things rattle and not knowing where it's at.
Well, yes. So they do have a purpose, but
Yes.
the purpose is not driving down I-30
No.
out to Greenville, Texas.
Now I have accidentally left them on while I was driving on the highway.
I'm
before.
sure, but does everyone accidentally leave theirs on?
No.
And does everyone accidentally leave on their LED lights that fucking can see into your soul?
So I got a little bit.
I'm so sick of that.
I've had issues. So the lights, my headlights I bought, I replaced all the bulbs on my 4Runner with LEDs, all of them, inside, outside, turn signals, everything is LED.
Mhm.
The headlights I got,
We're out of control
well, I got a recall on them
because they're blinding
because
people.
they're too bright.
Yes,
Well, I haven't
majority of them are.
I
I think.
haven't had a chance to change them out yet.
You're not going to. Don't act like you're going to do that. It's awesome.
No,
if I had them, I'd do them too.
after this trip,
Getting yours blurred out. you're like,
everybody
"Fuck."
blasting me coming. The
What
flash-
really sucks is when
Now,
they're
what I
behind
do-
you.
Now, what I do is I hit my brights at them, and if they're real assholes and aren't like, oh, I'm sorry, it's just your headlights, whatever, if they just keep at it, then I turn on the light bar, which is
Yeah.
5 million lumens. I can see
To the
3/4
future.
of a mile down the road.
See into the future.
I can see into the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the super beam. Then I'll hit that.
Yeah,
and
it's
you'll
like
see-
Nova.
You'll see
Those
cars.
the Nova gun.
You'll see the car on the opposite lane go.
Dude, what pisses me off is when they get behind me because they're already high. They already got their dad. They already got a max credit card and their dad paying for their big ass wheels and wheel well lights and all that. I hate because I have to adjust my mirror because this motherfucker is shining the sun directly on my mirror, and that mirror is shining into my eyes and seeing my great grandfather's vision.
So I didn't realize.
You could see Jesus.
in your eyes.
Not mine, but
Oh.
someone's, I'm sure. You could be like, wow, that reached all the way past to Jesus.
So the day I
Yes,
found
am
out,
Matt.
the day I found out how bad my lights were was when I had to drive you down to your mom's.
Yeah, when Jennifer was behind you, like, Jesus.
And I that was the first time she was following us in my truck, and I was like, my truck is entirely too bright. Those
Yeah,
lights are
It's
way
insane.
too bright.
And
and I need to do. And I'm gonna order them because this was pretty
the
ridiculous.
more you get. That's one of my complaints about living out in the country. And I'm going to live out in the country pretty soon. It's getting closer and closer.
Oh,
every
I
day.
like when ladies have
This
their
new
high
lake-
beams on too.
I'm sorry, I
We're
didn't say
talking in the
that.
chat room.
Oh, okay. I didn't. Yeah, I don't say that. I don't like when women have their high beams on at all.
Anyway,
So
it
still blinds you.
is there a bunch
say
of that
high
in
beams.
East Texas you run across?
Yeah, all over the place. But what I was going to tell you is this new lake that they're about to open up. I'm going to move there.
What lake is that?
Apparently that one they're about to start filling up. That's up by the border.
What?
Yeah, there's this new badass lake that everybody's like. All this construction's going in. They're about to turn on the pumps here in a few weeks.
What is it? It's not like you're filling up a swimming pool.
Yeah, it takes a while. I'm sure.
Like I'm gonna run my hose out there. Be sure to put a sock on the end of it so it doesn't mess up the gunite.
Sock,
Yeah, you put a sock on the end of the hose
and that's when it's.
so it doesn't
Yeah,
indent
okay.
the gunite in the pool.
I think they've engineered
What
it to
lake
where it's
is
not-
this?
It's like Arc de Lou or something like that. Lake Arc de Lou or some. It sounds like a German or French
This
lake.
is why we need a goddamn
Producer.
producer.
But,
Really?
really, and it looks badass. And apparently, there's a lot of cheap land up there right now. So if you are looking for lakeside property, if you're looking to move out into the country, that's gonna be worth a bunch of money here in a few years.
You know who was selling? Is it Boys to Ark?
Yeah, that's it.
Well,
Boys
there's
Dark.
a 16,641 acre lake will be located northeast of the city of Bonham in Fannin County.
Yeah,
Texas' first new major man-made lake in 30 years.
since Joe Pool, isn't it? Joe Pool was the last one, wasn't it?
Was it?
I think so. I'm pretty sure it was Joe Pool.
I think they're putting up a state park up there, right?
Well, it's right next to the grasslands, the Caddo grasslands.
The Caddo grass, yeah.
Yeah, not the ones we go to, right?
But you know what? I believe in all actuality,
That's all one. Yeah, it blends into each other, kind of.
the same rules that affect those grasslands up in Decatur affect the Caddo grasslands. Because if you go look it up, it says Caddo or Caddo region or Caddo something, and then the
Man,
Decatur National Grass.
I still
LBJ.
need to look on that trail and see if we can camp, so we can make our walkabout, our 150-mile walkabout.
This is way the fuck up there.
Yeah, it's up there.
At Bonham?
Yeah, I mean it butts up against the border, doesn't it?
Close.
Yep.
Yeah, it's close to it. I'm interested. Now, Richland Chambers, you could buy housing down there around it,
Where's that at?
down by Ennis
Oh, really?
and Corsicana.
Yeah.
I want to go camping down there. I found a cool little place where,
The grass is green. The girls are pretty.
yeah, cool little place to camp.
All right,
Wanna
what
go
else
down
is
there?
on the show notes, man?
you
We've been
watch-
shooting the shit for an hour.
We are. Hey, that was a trip. We need to do that then. We need to talk about the place we want to go and what we're going to do. But if you want to go do that, I think
I do want to do it. Yeah, for sure.
I put around 1,500 miles on my truck in 3 days, 4 days, however long it was. In that time period, you had a Lyft driver you wanted to give a shout out to.
That was on Thursday night. I did have a Lyft driver.
I was down there.
Oh, that's when you left?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I was en
accidentally
route.
stopped and had beers at my last account because it was the end of the week and stayed.
You accidentally stopped and
Yeah.
had beers.
Yep. And beers turned to shots, and shots turned to beers. And next thing I know, I'm like, dude, you got to go home. So I got an Uber, and the dude said he wanted to listen to the show, check it out, and he sent us an email. The raddest Uber driver, or he wasn't Uber, by the way, he was Lyft.
Lyft.
He reminded me of.
Hey,
I
send us an
started
email.
telling him about the episode with you and Tim Dillon because he reminded me of Tim Dillon, that type of humor.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he smoked me out. I get smoked out by a lot of Uber drivers and Lyft drivers. I can't remember if he did or not.
I got picked up at my
one time. What?
I dropped off my work truck at our garage where they get fixed,
Mhm.
and instead of them shuttling me back to my
Gotcha,
garage,
Uber.
they ordered me a Lyft. And the guy, it was like
Yeah.
8 o'clock in the morning. He's like, "You don't mind if I smoke up, do you?" And I was like, "Well, I mean, I don't care, but I do have to go back into my my business here in a minute. My
Well,
office."
That's not usually how it happens when I get it. It's like the last time it happened was so
The guys in Vegas smoked.
I don't have it. I don't have the. I don't have the option. Like back in the day, when I lived in Tarrant County and stuff, and I was a more attractive young lad. When I was a young stud, I could just
I don't know.
usually find a place to lay my head at, or one of my buddies. I'd try to, hey, Josh Pocket, take me home, or
Bodock.
whoever. You know what I'm saying? And get a ride. So I've been relying on Lyft a lot now that I live in Las Colinas, because I don't have anything. Like I'm ugly now and I stink and smell like cheese at the end of the workday. So
I don't think that's right. I've been looking at your
but in
Q
doing
rating.
Uber, my QAnon rating.
No, you're just Q rating, like the quarterback rating. But there's a Q rating for podcasting, and according to local polls, you're actually doing pretty good.
My Lyft percentages are good.
No,
What are we talking about here?
your hotness rating.
Oh, that's nice. I didn't know there was a scale.
There is.
Well, anyway, the long and short of the story. Thank you very much for the Q rating. Whoever, my mom. What did she submit it?
9 out of the 36 people in the chat room would bank.
That's about the whole story of
That's
my life, I
1/3.
guess, right? Anyway, so I've been having really cool. Like I rely on Lyft a lot more now. It's at least once a month, and when I'm really struggling.
You
About
like that
6
over-
times a month, I'll have to take Uber home and then Uber back.
Is
after
Lyft
work.
your
Lyft
ride
is my-
share
yeah, because
service?
Yeah, Uber banned me.
I was wondering if you're ever
Uber
gonna get to
banned
that.
me, man, and I still don't know why. I've asked for a letter of explanation and everything.
What about
and
Twitter?
I have no idea what it is. Twitter banned me last week, but it wasn't my real account. It was my Colin Robinson account. It was like the first. I didn't even fucking make it a week. I was like, you know what? Filter's coming off now, motherfuckers.
And they're like,
And I started
"This
talking shit to
dude-"
that kid, that the shooting kid that is always running his mouth all the time now.
Oh yeah.
Well, I fucking got into it with him or not him, but I made a comment and then got into it with some people in there, and fucking sure enough, guess what? Those motherfuckers reported me, and I'm off the air as of yesterday. Didn't last 1 week, Dustin.
How many friends did you have before they banned you?
Oh, I'm building my following.
They
I
probably
only had like 30.
probably like, this account looks a lot like a Trump account. Maybe this is Trump.
No, I was.
Let's
Oh
anyway.
no, that's the thing. When you go Colin Robinson mode, you do the same on both sides.
Yeah,
Like you antagonize both.
yeah.
The Trumpers, the maggers and stuff are usually like, "Shut up, soy boy. What are you, gay or something? You like French fry? I eat freedom fries and all that." They just run their mouths, right?
You probably don't know what gender you are.
Right. Some dumb shit like that. We're
Yeah.
like, okay, it's like fucking arguing with
okay,
my
yeah.
my uncle that's fucking missing some
Yeah.
chromosomes. Okay.
But he wants me to sit on
But
his lap.
the fucking left, the progressives and stuff, they get fucking butt hurt. They get drawn off sides. You could say the fucking smallest thing ever. You could be like, I just want to let you know that you sound intelligent, so I'm just gonna inform you. Donald Trump was the greatest president that ever walked the earth. And motherfucker, dude.
They just go
It's-
nuts.
Oh, dude, it's insane. Like, they're triggered way worse than the right. The right's like, whatever. But the left, they want to hunt your ass down. So I made some stupid comment about, I can't remember. Oh, it was, I mean, I went a little overboard. I said, because they give you a reason. Like, when they ban you, they'll send you a reason. They're like, hey, so you've been banned for a certain amount of time. I can't remember how long mine is. But if you wanna, you need to verify your email and your phone number, and we'll get you back in whenever you finish your punishment. So I was like, well, what the hell did I say? Because it said I was threatening violence. It was like violence and shit, and I was like, what the fuck? So I looked at what I said, and don't remember posting it, which is awesome. But I said, it was that Hogg kid, the one that's a political activist now, that wasn't even at the shooting, but
Yeah.
like he's the one that's running his mouth all the time.
Yeah.
So I replied to one of his tweets, "Hey, you're awesome. Can't wait till my friends get shot and killed, and I can grandstand my life away too."
And they banned you
And
for
they
that?
banned me for that, dude. I thought it was genius, though.
It is
But
pretty
yeah,
good.
after realizing, like, after they were like, you incited violence. Well, I took a step back. I was looking. I was like, oh yeah, Matt, you went a little hard on that one.
Speaking of kids that were at things, whatever happened to that kid that was at all the tragedies there for a while? He was a
Well,
spokesman.
I thought there was another one too. A girl too, wasn't there? You talking about the actors that supposed the
but they were
the-
always at all these tragedies that happened.
Yeah,
real
they were at
close to each
Sandy
other.
Hook
and- yeah,
and like 9/11 and then all kinds of
the
crazy
thing,
shit. wasn't it? That's
the
QAnon,
club
homie. You're gonna get us shut
in
down.
Orlando.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna get us shut down, man. You can't bring that shit up in here.
Well, I had another question that hit me while we were driving. While I was driving back in.
Yeah.
Was I was listening to what was I listening to? No Agenda.
Anyway, my Lyft driver, I told him I'd kick a shout out if he listened.
there's
So,
your
yeah,
shout
there's
out.
your shout out,
Chris?
man.
Hey,
Thanks
send
for
us an email.
thanks for being entertaining and me and the good conversation. That's the thing.
He said y'all hit it off.
Yeah, we did, man. Yeah,
Well, that.
absolutely, man.
I
I didn't take him to the 5th floor of the parking garage. That's
We
where,
didn't?
yeah,
That's where the fun happens.
yeah.
It's like a body of evidence.
That's where me and the dude went. The gay one that fucking we started talking about. I can't remember what it was. It was some conspiracy shit. Me and him started talking about, and fucking, I was like, dude, I know this is forward of me, and I know he was thinking I was about to hit on him. He was a younger dude too. I was like, "You got any dank in here?" I said that. The words left my mouth probably, I would say, less than 5 seconds.
That
We smoked all the way from Flower Mound to my apartment, then went up to my 5th floor, hung out for like 2 hours. I think I went down to this was when I was living with Seth and Alif. I think I stumbled my ass down, got beers, came back up, and had some beers with him and smoked with him. Just talked about life and shit.
You're like the greatest Uber client ever.
Yeah, well, Uber doesn't think so, but Lyft does.
Or
Lyft
Lyft,
likes me.
Lyft,
Uber
yeah,
does
greatest.
not like. Even Uber Eats has still banned me.
Uber's like the Kleenex, right?
Yeah,
Like you
I
just say,
guess.
"I need to Uber," and it's like
Yeah,
it
it's like
covers
toilet-
everybody.
yeah.
Toilet.
it's like
paper.
Coke when you're drinking whatever. But
That's what it was.
the thing that's
Go ahead.
really messed up is, so I'm also banned from Uber Eats. I'm like, what the fuck? So it just carries over, and apparently it does.
Hmm.
Unless I offended 2 different people at 2 different companies.
You didn't throw food at anybody, did you?
I don't think
I
so.
thought about it a couple times. When I was driving back, I was listening to No Agenda. One of the episodes, getting
The
caught
last
up.
month.
No, it's this past week.
I mean, within the last month, though, I've pretty much stayed abreast with all the no agendas lately.
No, but I was driving back, and it was like the one from Thursday.
Okay,
I was
don't know
listening.
if I've listened to
I was
that one.
catching up that one.
After I just said that. I don't think I've listened to that one.
But the question hit me as we're going into this 1 year of when America started shutting down because of COVID. It hit me that whatever happened to all the footage of China shooting people in the streets and rounding
it's
up
been ripped
people
down.
and throwing them in those concrete cages when
You
they
can't even
had
find
COVID,
it on Reddit right
or
now, I don't think.
like when they were just mass graving people and
They're
stuff.
shooting chemicals in the air, driving down
They're
the
driving on
street,
the road with their
big old trucks full of chemicals shooting them out. Yeah.
yeah. What
Yeah.
happened? What happened to that? Like,
You know what happened to that, man?
I mean, I got
ripped.
pulled down, but no one's talking about any of that. Nothing.
Because it doesn't, remember, it doesn't exist. One side refuses to admit anything.
Anything.
And if you start talking shit about China, guess what? You're talking
But it
about
was
Joe
public.
Biden. If you're talking about Joe Biden, all of a sudden you're talking about the mainstream media. So it doesn't exist. If you're talking about the mainstream
It's like
media, you're
All that
talking
just
about social media.
disappeared.
It doesn't exist, dude.
All that shocking ass shit that was going on in China, that
Yeah.
was like that freaked you and I out because I was sitting there thinking like,
Remember
We
that video of
talked
all those
about-
people screaming? They're
yes,
going, "Ah."
you and I sat in here before shows last November,
Going,
December,
"Fuck."
going what, or a year ago, November, December, but we were going, what the fuck is going on over there? And they're just shooting people in the street, and they started the
It wasn't
welding
just China either.
when they
There was
welded
disturbing
up the
shit
doors for
yeah.
apartment complexes.
You could see the guy coming with the drill.
Yeah,
It was like zip, zip, zip. And you could
Putting
hear
those
people
metal-
yelling, like beating on the wall.
trapping them in there
Yeah,
as quarantine. Yeah, it's no big deal.
right.
Yeah, it's no big deal. just like those concentration camps
I don't.
for
That's the thing that's
Wiggles.
so amazing about what's happened to the left and progressives. Look what open. Stop yelling just for a second and look at what the fuck is going on.
Everybody, look what's going on and what had happened.
No, and I'm not talking about just China. There's a bunch of crazy shit going on right before your
All over
eyes,
the
and
world.
you're worried about impeaching a fucking president that's not even a goddamn president anymore. I don't
Yeah.
even know how that works without a judge.
Do you know what the definition?
The guy that's judging the guy that's judging him has already said thinks he's guilty. So okay, he's a good judge. We're living in an idiocracy.
You know what the definition of impeachment is, right?
Yes, this is so absurd.
Like, it's
a waste of taxpayers' money.
It is, and there's so much other shit going on.
Right before our eyes.
Right, like there should be
Did you hear
stuff
about the water
taken
plant?
care of.
The water plant that got hacked,
Yes,
where they spiked the sodium levels in some water plant facility, and everybody, like the officials, are like, this could easily happen in any city
Anywhere.
in America.
anywhere.
But the front line is Trump.
Let's take care of
Trump.
Trump.
Orange man.
For those
Orange
that
man
don't
trial.
know that are listening to this, impeachment, the definition, is a charge of misconduct made against the holder of a public office. The guy's not in office anymore. I know you're trying to keep him from running ever again or from getting his presidential pension or whatever. Who gives a
Like
shit?
he needs that presidential pension.
He probably does. I think he's pretty broke.
Nah, I doubt it.
I mean, I don't
All those guys know how to hide their shit.
Anyway, there's way more important shit going on
Extremely
that needs to be taken care of.
Right. Like, I'd say on a scale of what needs to be taken care of, the goddamn amoebas at Burgers Lake is more important to me than a fucking inauguration of some asshat with a bad hairdo.
They still have amoebas out there? Those flesh
I
eating?
never heard that they got taken care of. Did you?
They drained the whole thing for a while.
I don't know. I don't have any verification that the thing's been taken care of.
I don't know.
I don't want an amoeba in my head.
I don't need. Well,
I'd rather not have an amoeba in my head than a fucking stupid
When's the
ass
last time
president.
you've been to Burgers Lake?
It's been a minute.
I went for a bug show when the place was completely empty. So
Yeah.
I haven't. No, I'm not going to
Yeah.
Burgers Lake to swim.
Or, dude, okay, while we're on China, just for that alone, I mean, we could go down the line of fucked up shit that people need to start paying attention to.
Let's go on Bank of America.
Yeah. Oh, that's another one.
Fuck.
Dude, no. What's up with China not letting people in that have had the vaccine? What the fuck is that all
That's
about?
not the only Asian country either.
Exactly.
There's a lot of those Asian countries that if you have had the vaccine,
You're not allowed
if you're
in.
fully vaccinated, you cannot come visit our country anymore.
Right. But
That's fucked up.
We're fucking pissed off because Trump is fucking still fucking us somehow.
That's weird. Like, why are they throwing that up? There's something behind that.
I don't know, man. It's very scary.
Very
It's
scary.
very, very scary. And shit's firing back up with Iran.
Well, yeah, because a bunch of them ran across the border at this.
No,
Where
I mean
was
besides
that
that,
at?
like there's all kinds of bad shit going on. And like I said, once again, we're worried that fucking Tom Brady's a Republican and they're pissed. We're pissed off because he won the Super Bowl
Did you see that?
and is considered the GOAT.
No, did you see that?
What? How
It was-
people are really pissed?
They're pissed that he won the Super Bowl during Black History Month.
Yeah, and
What is with that uprising? Surely someone's just being a
No, we
joking
gotta-
around.
See, I think a lot of this is just assholes like us. You know how Proud
Joking
Boys
around?
started?
was
The
joke-
troll, they were
yeah,
just
the whole
trolling and shit,
trolling,
and then
yeah.
all of a sudden, fucking, it grew legs, and everybody called them racist and shit. Which now I don't know, I have no idea. But back in the day when Gavin was on, when Gavin McGinnis or whatever his name is was on Joe Rogan's podcast show, he was like, "This is all a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Like all we do is troll people just to get reactions of the woke and the progressives and stuff, and it works." Well, I guess it worked a little too good because now they're on a terrorist watch
Yeah,
list.
they're on a terrorist watch list.
Which
11
like that?
Iranians were arrested in Yuma.
yeah, New
Yuma,
Mexico.
Arizona.
Oh, is it Arizona?
Yeah.
So, getting back to that too, don't you like how in the last 2 weeks, you're a domestic terrorist, and you're a domestic terrorist, and you're a domestic terrorist, and you're a domestic terrorist.
I
And-
hate that
Oh,
definition.
hey, Dustin, do you play Xbox or PlayStation?
None right now. I don't have
You're a domestic terrorist. Do you watch Netflix or Hulu more?
Netflix.
You're a domestic terrorist.
Well, Tom Brady, that's what made me laugh. Was he was a domestic terrorist
That's-
because he's won so many Super Bowl rings. There's something wrong with him. He's a lizard person,
Yes.
and that
He's a goat.
he,
I keep seeing this goat thing everywhere.
yeah, he's a goat man. The other thing is that he should be ashamed of himself for winning the Super Bowl during Black History Month and should have let a black quarterback win. That cracked me up. I was like, really? Surely someone's just fucking around. But then
Yeah.
you hop on Twitter and everybody's like,
You're a domestic terrorist.
You're right.
You're
You're
a
right. I
domestic
can't
terrorist.
believe
Yeah.
I can't believe he played that well in a game and
Yeah.
Tampa Bay was that good and they should have blah 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 blah. It's like, oh, God damn it.
Well, who's your football team then, racist? I like the Dallas Cowboys. You're a domestic terrorist.
Well, you know the Cowboys need to change their name because
That's the
Cowboys are
thing.
racist.
So I don't know
And
if
so are
anyone saw this
Rangers.
tweet or retweet one of my most genius tweets of the weekend, and this was not on my domestic terrorist Twitter account. This was just on my normal account. Was when that fucking dude ran out on the field. The first thing I tweeted, I grabbed a screen grab and was like, "Domestic terrorist."
Did you hear the audio
Of him?
The
Did
radio?
you hear how much money he made?
No.
370,000 because he placed a bet on himself.
Really?
Yeah, him and his buddy put like $5,000 down or something like that there would be a streaker, and they both went. His buddy got caught. Oh, and they also had to get each other out of jail or something like that. I don't know the whole backstory, but yeah, the dude made $370,000 doing that shit.
Wow.
Yeah, you're a domestic terrorist.
The radio play-by-play
Yeah.
is golden. Golden. I got to see if I can
So
find it.
let's talk about the Super Bowl then, since
Yeah,
we're
let's
on
talk
to
about it.
domestic terrorist talk.
I'm ashamed that Tom Brady's white and he won.
I am too, man. I got white guilt.
I have white guilt too.
So, all right, I didn't get to see it all because I got caught in a bad spot. Like, I don't even want to
Like,
get into
the
that.
backseat of a Volkswagen?
No, I got jammed up. I didn't plan it well, and then like it's just so I didn't even get to start watching the game until I got to my apartment and I was at halftime.
There, you didn't miss any. Like, okay, so
I listened to it though, and
let's do this. Let's do this real quick. The Super Bowl normally is you want to tune in at the beginning. You want to see all the spectacle at the beginning.
Have mute for the commercials.
Watch the
That's me
commercials.
now. I'm getting done with the
Well,
commercials
the commercials were horrible this time around, all the way across
because
the board.
everything had to be enlightened, like woke 4000 BX9.
Everything had to have a celebrity in it.
Can
And why can't we just have?
Dude, okay, do you remember, I would say
I judged them all.
May. Okay, good. We'll get to that too. But do you remember back in May when a lot of people were saying, a lot of people like sociologists and psychologists and people that write like writers and stuff and editorials were saying, watch. And in the next 6 months to a year, you're going to have one of the biggest gaslightings by corporations that you've ever seen.
And
That
they
is
did.
every single fucking commercial. With
They
all
did.
the chaos and anxiety that you've had, we've had a rough year. Da da da. Every single
Every
fucking
single one of them.
spot.
Don't you feel like you need this in your life?
We
Don't
got through the roughest election ever. No, I'm pretty sure this was not the roughest election ever. How about some of the elections where people fucking died and like
Yeah.
where I don't know. I don't know how to
I
explain it.
don't
It's
know.
like-
We're in the middle of a civil war, a real civil war,
yeah,
and
we're
you
coming
gotta
on
have an
the
election.
on the heels of a civil war where we had a country brothers killing brothers and stuff. That was probably one of the worst elections ever. So
the Jeep commercial, did you see it?
which one? With the one with Bruce Springsteen?
Yeah, the one where
Yeah.
they're all. It's basically that, and it says at the end it says, rebuilding
Time
up,
to get back together.
rebuilding America again or whatever. But did you notice what was in the middle of the fucking logo picture? A red star.
Like a Chinese star? Is Chinese bought in Daimler Chrysler, Dodge, and all them? So, no, I didn't notice that, but the gaslighting was insane, and it had to do with every single commercial. It was like every single commercial started with that stupid cheesy piano. Dun, dun. Like,
Yeah.
America, we're there with you. I'm so sick of hearing that from celebrities and rich people. You're not fucking with us. You're not down here with us. Don't fucking feed me that bullshit. You're not one of us. That fucking mayor in Tampa Bay, you see that shit?
Yeah.
Running her mouth about how they're gonna fucking
Bruce
investigate.
Springsteen ain't one of us.
No, fuck
He
you,
wants
man. You
to
got
be.
a bunch of money, dude.
He wants to be.
Don't
He's
be
not
coming at
one
me
of
with
us.
that horse shit. I don't want any fucking NFL athlete telling me they're one of us. I don't want any fucking rich politician to tell me they're one of us. I don't want any fucking comedian, like late night TV show host to tell us they're one of us. Fuck you, man.
Unless you hop on Tim Dillon's Twitter
Well,
account
Tim Dillon is one of us.
and you watch the commercials he made making fun of the Super Bowl
commercials? Yeah.
commercials. Yeah, the end of that Jeep ad's really weird because there's a big red star in there, and it says reuniting the state America or something. I forgot what it is.
Better.
I got to find the picture of it, but it's
I
like,
love that Build Back Better
what?
for someone else. Yeah, it was sickening, man. Like it really got to the point where I watched The Simpsons. Anytime, like I didn't watch any of the halftime show. I knew that was going to be full on.
Here it is. To the reunited states of America.
Reunited States of
Hold on.
America.
I'm screenshotting this right now, and I'm
Yeah.
sending this to you right now.
Send
right.
it over, man.
I'm sending
The
this to you. Where
Reunited
you at?
States of America. I haven't reunited with anyone, motherfucker. I'm still the same friends with the friends I was before. You
Look at this
dipshits.
picture. Look at this picture. I just
Fucking
sent it to
mass
you.
media.
You should get a text message here.
Yeah.
Look at
let's
this
see
fucking
man.
picture and tell me that is not communist. It's the same thing that's on the Jerry Jonestown Massacre shirts.
Holy shit.
Yes.
Dude. Bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
It's the red star.
You need to put that in the show notes.
That's going to be the fucking
The title card?
title card.
We're going to get shot.
I don't care. I've been shot before. Been shot at before.
Man.
Not
Last
shot.
weekend, huh?
You know where none of this fucking mattered? Down in Big Ben. No
Yeah.
one gave a shit.
Well, does it matter? I mean, have you been reunited with some people, Dustin?
No, I haven't.
I haven't either. Guess what? I'm still talking to the same liberal assholes and conservative assholes I have my whole fucking life. So fuck off with that reunited shit.
All right,
We're all partiers. We just party. We hang out.
Hold on just a second. Hold on.
Sorry, I'm fired up.
I know. Yeah.
Okay, I got butt toots now. Hello?
All right, so here's what I want to do. I want to play the streaker call. I found it.
Oh, the radio call. Okay.
The radio call. It's Kevin Harlan, and he's the one.
I know Kevin Holland. Yeah.
Remember when he did the cat
Mm-hmm.
during the Cowboy game? The cat ran across the field, and he's doing all of it.
Yep.
Yeah, he's
He's a good announcer. I don't mind listening.
he's a great announcer. He's got a badass voice.
Did he yell, domestic terrorist?
No, listen.
This is who I was listening to half the game.
Some guy with a bra. And now he's not being chased. He's running down the middle of the 40. Arms in the air in a victory salute. He's pulling down his pants. Put up your pants, my man. Pull up those pants. He's being chased to the 30. He breaks a tackle from a security guard. The 20, down the middle, the 10, the 5. He slides at the 1, and they converge on him at the goal line.
And I tell
Pull
you,
up your pants, take off the bra, and be a man. And the players with
That's not
hands
very
on
woke
hips at the other
for him
end
to
of the
say
field
that.
are looking at him and shaking their head and saying, why, oh why?
No, they're not. They're
is
laughing
this
their ass
taking
off.
place?
security nearly Rodney King'd him.
Oh, they were thinking about it.
They jumped on him, and like one guy brought his foot down on him. And
yeah,
everything.
yeah. If they weren't trying to build back better for someone else, they would have Rodney Kingdom for sure.
That was pretty violent. The way
It wasn't
they
built
jumped on
back
him.
better at that time.
Pretty,
Would have been
pretty
funny
violent.
if the dude was black. How they would have done it? They'd been like, "Oh, whoa, oh, can we put our knee on his? Whoa, 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 can we? Whoa, 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 whoa,
Ooh.
guys, what do we do here? It'd have lasted longer.
What'd you think of the halftime show?
Didn't watch it. Watched The
Weekend.
Simpsons.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, that guy's never been on my radar. Doubt he never will. Ever will be.
Out
on
of
my
all the
radar.
songs he played, I knew 2 of them, and there was a lot of funny shit that happened. You know, he's the one that runs around with his face wrapped up in mask because that's part of his motif and everything. And they had like 50 people on the field that also had their
he
face
does that
wrapped up.
normal.
Yeah,
At,
normal.
at his shows, not
Yeah.
just the Super Bowl show.
And for the album release and all that, yeah. So I don't know, but there was a commercial that immediately made my pants tight.
Which one?
The Inspiration 4. Did you see that one? That was early.
No. Oh wait. Oh, okay. Are we talking about the halftime show? Or are we talking about commercials still?
I'm done
that-
with the halftime show. There's nothing
no,
really
no,
to
no.
talk about that.
Here, I am too, and I'm not coming back until the Foo Fighters play
It's not going to happen.
or Metallica
It's
plays.
not going to happen. You know who's in control of the halftime show, right?
Yeah,
Jay-Z
Rockefeller.
and Rockefeller.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be hip hop and dance. They're not going to bring
So
in a rock
for
band.
now on, we're gonna have hip hop.
It'll be
and
someone
pop,
in Jay-Z's roster.
top 40 shit.
Yeah.
Then I'm out. I will not. I watch The Simpsons every halftime. It's
Yeah.
fucking better anyway.
I did like how they set this up this time.
By the way, I don't hate. Like I listened to that Weekend guy, and I thought it was a band. I didn't know it was just one dude, but the dude's name is Weekend.
Yeah.
And it's not bad,
No,
but it's not fucking Super Bowl worthy.
It did nothing in his catalog got me charged up to want to
We're
go
like,
out
yeah.
and play some football and be on the gridiron.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Run
it's-
the jewels.
It's not like that. Well, that would have been rad, but you're gonna have some bombs dropped. They can't.
Yeah, Killer Mike.
They
wouldn't
can't
have been,
not do it.
Yeah, he'd drop some truth bombs.
And I also have some respect for your team,
The Bucks.
Man City.
Oh yeah,
When they win, they
Oasis.
blast Oasis.
yeah.
So, Inspiration 4 is they had a commercial for it. It's the SpaceX that's going to be civilian. And they talked about how to secure your seat on it. And you've got to do all this, I don't know, caring about people and pretending like you like society and philanthropy
We're not
crap
going.
and all that.
We're dead last.
We're not going on this shuttle.
dude.
We're not going on this show. There's no way we're going to be able to get on this. There's no.
Our interview will be really short.
Yeah. Because they have a seat for generosity, which is for meeting a fundraising goal to support the life-saving mission of St. Jude Hospital.
Yeah.
So if you donate to St. Jude a whole shit ton of money, then you get that seat. The prosperity seat is you have to start a Shift 4 shop and post your inspirational business story on social media for the opportunity to secure this seat. Whatever.
Can you just submit a thrift store that relabels stuff and sells shit in Schitt's Creek as a
Maybe.
business plan?
Maybe. Then there's the Hope seat, and this seat embodies the courageous vision upon which St. Jude was founded. Compassion, unity, equality, and inclusion. So there's no way. And then the 4 seat is the leadership, and that's going to be the leader of the flight.
There's no rock and roll seat
That's
where
the,
you're in charge of partying.
It's the founder and CEO of Shift 4 Payments. So he's in the leadership role. So there's no way.
There's no
we're
party
getting-
seat?
There's no party
No
seat.
beer,
There's
no weed, no.
There's no podcasting seat. There's no.
Cocaine.
There's no.
None of those seats.
None. No, we're not getting on this flight.
There's no Xbox seat. You're in
But-
charge of the Xbox
I don't know if I
and
want.
bong.
I don't know if I want to be on the first fully civilian flight to space.
Not with those losers that are going up.
What a bunch of boring fucks.
Fuck this, man. I'll just sit it out. We need to find that audio we did about that where you and I got shot out into space.
I hope we can get audio of this launch where they're all talking to each other. We can make our own intro to the show of you and I.
We'll
sitting
definitely
with
have
a
to
seat.
do that.
Hey,
What's up, bro?
what's going on, man?
You guys want to eat some shrooms? What? We're about to go into space. Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
are. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun, man. I didn't even need to go to space.
Oh, you bring the flies, Dustin? Yeah, I do. I don't think we're supposed to tell people yet, though. Fuck! I'm getting my hangover starting to kick. I better get a beer.
I hope you guys know how all this shit works. I haven't been up all night with 4 hookers.
Fuck! Do you see that fucking astronaut's ass? Ooh,
Yeah, he's pretty hot.
that's a dude.
But yeah, I thought that was really
Yeah,
the
man.
commercial was really cool. My favorite commercial of the whole thing was the Toyota one with the
The Toyota, the truck.
Olympic swimmer that didn't have any legs. She was born without legs, and they were talking about her adoption, and everything, and how she got to where she is, and she's going to be competing in the
Yeah,
Paralympics and everything. It was pretty touching and badass. I thought that was my
Yeah.
favorite. Susie said her favorite was the Michelob Ultra commercial.
I didn't know Susie watched the Super Bowl. I thought that would be something that she wouldn't be into.
she's
She into Super Bowl? She's into football.
She's into football. She
What's her
likes,
team?
She likes guys bending over. The 49ers.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
No, I actually did know that. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Susie. Sorry for the football disrespect. I'm not a domestic terrorist.
So while that was happening, did you hear the Army Hammer story?
The Army Hammer.
I figured you'd love this. The
Uh-uh.
actor, Army Hammer.
No.
You didn't
No.
hear about this?
No, what happened?
Oh,
Man,
my
honestly,
God.
dude, I've been in my own little world.
I guess just
I've
because
been building back better.
you've been rebuilding, what is it?
For
Reunited
someone
States of
else.
America. So, Armie Hammer,
Yeah.
the actor, his ex-girlfriend was on a podcast called Sophia with an F.
Yes.
the name of the podcast?
I have heard this.
And
You
she
talking about the
came
first
out,
sexual experience thing?
She came out and said she dated him for like
Yeah, I have heard
4 or
this.
5 months.
I didn't know that was him though.
Yeah, their first sexual experience, or he's just totally into S&M stuff.
Right.
There's no
Said,
vanilla
you can
sex
call me
with him.
daddy, or you can call me sir, or something
Sir
like that,
or
daddy.
daddy. And
Tried to do the what was it, lighter shades of gray or deeper shades of soul, or whatever.
40 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
50 Shades of Grey.
50 Shades
Whatever.
of Grey. Yeah.
I don't remember. Anyway,
Deeper shade of soul.
Deeper Shade of Soul. I like that one
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
I like that one way better. Surprise, surprise. So you're up. Anyway, a few months into their relationship, he asked her to have her lower ribs removed
Yeah.
so he could eat them.
Yeah, so he could eat it. Put them on smoke them.
Smoke
Put
them
'em
on
in
his
the grill.
grill. Put them on his green egg.
Yeah. Put them on the egg.
And then eat them.
See, I think he was actually talking about doing the quick smoke too, where you only smoke them for like 30 minutes and then go throw them in the oven.
Oh, okay. He didn't want to do
So
it
he
the
wasn't that big of
traditional.
an asshole.
He wasn't going traditional
No.
Memphis style.
No, meanwhile, you got Louis C.K. that's been banished for jacking off in front of a woman.
But this guy
This
is
guy's
wanting
talking
to
about
eat
and he's
women.
a fucking hero.
And a bunch of his girlfriends have now come out and said, "Oh yeah,
But
oh,
he's
yeah,
cool.
He said that, but it's cool."
Louis C.K. can't jack off in a plant. But this guy's cool.
'Cause
He's
he
talking
wants to
about
eat-
cannibalism.
Well, supposedly he got dropped from his movie that
Oh,
he was
so
in the
he has
middle
some
of,
backlash?
and he
Oh, my
has
bad.
lost like his agency and everything.
Well,
is
everything
back
I just ran it off for the last 30 seconds. Throw it out
up.
the
Throw
window.
it out the window.
Throw it out the
Throw it
fucking window. It means
goddamn
nothing.
window.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Have you ever asked to
can't-
eat
no.
anything of any of your girlfriends?
That's the last thing I want to do.
Anything?
Off those dirty winches.
Oh, this was the news that came in.
I'm joking. I love you.
Shia
love you all.
LaBeouf is no longer with CAA, his agency, following sexual battery claims. What is
Man, he
wrong
seems
with all these
unhinged.
people? He
I-
is
it's,
unhinged.
It's money and power, man.
It
It's money
is.
and power.
Okay, we talked about this last week.
Like
but
people need to follow the Bill Murray school of celebrityism.
if this podcast suddenly got a giant influx of power,
I would never ask a woman to remove her ribs so I could smoke them on a Sunday and watch some Cowboys.
unless I was joking about something Armie Hammer said.
Right. There's going to be some off-colored jokes for
Yeah.
sure. We're going to have some. I'm
know-
going to shock you with some shit.
You know, the next time you're in a love-making state,
Baby.
can-
Those
oh
ribs,
yeah,
I'll take
you
those
like this?
ribs off.
Oh yeah, I like it. I like it. You want to take one of your ribs out? So
I like
can
how
eat
she
it?
was all giddy about it when she was telling the story, like it was fucking joyful.
Yeah,
Are you fucking kidding me?
and that she thought it was a joke at
I
first,
can't
but
fart
then
in bed with a woman without getting fucking punched in the face.
you don't look like Armie Hammer either.
True. True. But
I
I do
don't
have
look like
6 out
Armie
of
Hammer.
39 say that I do. Yeah, man, I can't fart in a fucking bed without like getting punched in the fucking nuts. Much less if I'm having pillow talk and decide I want to try to bring this up. Hey, babe, I was just thinking.
How fucked up are you to do that?
I don't know, man.
Like where?
Guys can't handle the private parts. They can't. We can't.
To the point you want to eat someone's ribs?
I don't understand it either, man. Doesn't make any sense. It's like those guys that like to fucking smear feces all over them in their chest hairs and shit. All that stuff.
Like Gigi Allen?
Yeah. And who was it?
I don't know.
Greg.
The Weeknd?
What if some artist does that? What if that would have happened
Super
to
Bowl?
them? Smearing shit on his
And
chest.
I like it. And I like it.
I can't feel my face when I got shit
on my chest. And I like it.
I'd be like, whoa!
This is the greatest Super Bowl halftime. Screw Janet Jackson's nipple.
Yeah.
This guy just rubbed shit all over his chest.
He's gonna get a fine for that. He's not gonna get asked back for that.
He's not coming back from that.
Remember all the religious people that got all pissed off because the nip slip and like
Yeah.
they're like,
Dude,
domestic terrorist.
that's when I had the projector in the house and the big screen, the big
so
giant
big
screen.
old like basketball sized titty then.
And we
huh?
were just sitting there watching it, and we were frying up shrimp out in the garage, and it just come in for
Yeah.
the Super Bowl. We're like, all right, yeah, there's Justin Timberlake. Okay, cool. And that's right when he started becoming cool,
Yeah.
getting away from NSYNC and being cool. We're like, all right. And then we're like,
Yeah,
that's
a long time ago. You had this house then?
that was a nipple?
That was a long time
I
ago.
bought
That was
this-
the Titans and the Patriots.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
what's his name's first? Wasn't that Brady's first Super Bowl?
Maybe. Yeah.
Dude, you've been here a while.
I bought this right before 9/11.
I didn't have my shit together at all. Man, that night my best friend got a microwave thrown at him by his wife and stabbed.
Wow, our life courses have been way
Yeah.
different.
And then we met up
Yeah. Then we
at
met up.
Broncos. Hey, man.
Hey, what happened to you?
Well, my friend just got
Does
a
the
microwave thrown
microwave-
at him and stabbed by his
Wow.
wife.
I was just at my house with everybody with
Just having Bible studies and shit, huh?
watching Janet Jackson's nipple.
Acting appalled. Oh, my.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Let's rewind that. Well, that was before TiVo.
You remember when one of the Cowboys Super Bowl, I think it was the Cowboys and the Steelers had Beavis and Butthead on the halftime show? Like you
Yeah.
had to turn it to MTV, but it was a Beavis and
Beavis and
Butthead
Butthead
special.
thing,
Or
yeah.
was it South Park? It was Beavis
South
and Butthead,
Park.
wasn't it?
South Park did it their
Did
very
they?
first or second year when they got big.
Was that the? Am I thinking of that then?
No, they both. You're
Or
both.
Beavis
you're
and
right
Butthead
both.
do one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they did, what one is it, Spike or someone did the Lingerie Bowl?
Lingerie
that
Bowl
wasn't
was
too
for a
long ago
while.
either, was
No,
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we used to have a Dallas Lingerie League.
Yeah, I used to know one of the
team.
girls that was on that team
I
when
did
I was
too.
working at the Eagle. The Eagle, she would come around and
Dude.
stuff. And,
Some of those girls, hot.
and brutes.
Yeah, there were a lot that would beat your ass.
Yeah,
They
well,
were
that's like
hardcore.
that. Some of the girls that goes to that blondes versus brunettes or whatever. Or blonde, what is it?
Yeah, this thing I used to cover all the time. Blondes versus brunettes.
Yeah, you and Seth got kicked out of that whole show. I'll leave y'all alone once at a social event,
I didn't get kicked out of
and
it.
you start ski polling radio guys. There's pictures of y'all doing that.
Of Seth
Soroy.
doing it, I took the picture.
Oh, I thought you were in the picture too. Both of y'all are just
No.
going.
No, that's where Santa Claus is ski pulling us.
Oh,
There's a picture where Seth and I are standing there at another event.
yeah. See what happens when I don't come to chaperone you guys.
But yes, both the Soroys from the ticket are.
Y'all partied with them.
Yeah, Seth got destroyed with them and was ski pulling them in the picture.
You know, it's funny is every once
need
in a
to send
while,
that to them.
they'll
haven't
be
seen
doing
them
an
in a while.
event and stuff somewhere. Like I'm not sure where'd the metal bat come from. I don't know, but I got metal bats.
And
The metal bats, was that
That was just talking about going to the
no? They had some
batting
kind
range,
of.
wasn't it?
I thought one of the guys had some kind of contest
Maybe it was.
that they were doing where they had to see who could hit a home run.
Maybe that's
I
what
don't
it
know.
was. Anyway.
But I've thought anytime I hear one of the Soroy brothers are going to do an event for the ticket or anything, I always think about just going up there and like, hey man, can I ask you a question? Like, yeah, what's up? Do you remember getting shit faced with some dude at an event for it was cancer, right? Wasn't it cancer or some shit?
No,
like it was a
it's for
serious deal.
Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's, yeah.
Eric and I
Like,
used
yeah.
to cover blondes versus brunettes for years.
And
Since it got started.
two dipshits getting lit with you and trying to jack you and your brother off at the same time.
I just got tired
And
of
going,
I didn't get kicked out of it. I got tired of doing it because it was a lot of fucking work and I had to you weren't
Yeah.
getting paid for it and you had to
and then there was all these
block
demands and
out
stuff.
an entire half of your summer when I had clients.
That was when you were doing
backing
the
up and
Twin
lining
Peaks
up.
shit too, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was
You're
doing,
doing the
all
judging of
sorts
the
stuff
Twin
for
Peaks.
Twin Peaks and
Yeah.
my
My girl that took our shirt that promised me she was going to send us photos and stuff of her in the new shirt.
Yeah.
She's nowhere to be seen. And I gave her a fucking Christmas sweater. So, yeah, Kelsey, you got some splaining to do.
Where's she at? What'd you do?
I said, hey, I'm going to give you this shirt. I know you listen to our show.
Yeah.
And it's cool. I love that you listen to our show.
Where you at?
But if I give you this shirt, all we ask is that you take a picture of it and send it to us so we can use it for advertisement. Guess what?
Gone.
Gone.
You just can't.
Adios. It's just like Jeremy said, you can't trust those Twin Peak girls, man.
There's a lot
It's
of girls
trouble.
you can't.
All of them are trouble.
What's his name? That's the
Chop. Don't need it.
ticket taker guy that's in the afternoon, the Star Wars fan one. Because he used to do it with
Corby.
No, not Corby. Who cares? Anyway, moving on. Yeah, those were good times, but yeah, I don't miss blondes
Doing
versus brunettes at all.
Well, see, I never got to go, so I guess that's why I'm a little bitter.
You should have gone with us that time.
I should have, because y'all were out of control.
Was that the time? Were we at the Cotton Bowl that time?
No,
I
I
think
think
so.
you were. I think it was that. No, this was some like social event. There was a step and repeat and shit. And or fucking
That happens at all of them
at all the blondes versus brunettes.
games, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then we had they had fundraisers during the season, so they had pool parties where you had to go pay $50 to go sit by
I haven't
the pool
done a step and
hang out.
repeat since we did our own in Austin at an event that was rode up by the Rolling Stones, or not the band,
The band,
the magazine,
dude, that is.
and
the
they
last
didn't
step
even
and repeat.
mention us.
But we're standing there.
Fuckers.
You can see our pictures in the Rolling Stone. Well, that was the last. That is the last step and repeat, right?
That's the last one I remember doing.
That's the last one I've done.
I don't
Then
even think we did it. I don't think there's pictures of us in it at all.
Yeah, there is. I've got them.
Oh.
There's when the
I
naked
remember it.
guy rode by on the bike.
Oh yeah. No, we didn't. We were helping.
No, but there's pictures of us in front of it.
Yeah.
They
I was
a bunch
hungover.
of people took pictures
Remember
of
how
us.
miserable
and
we were? And Jeremy showed up. Didn't he show up late or something?
You know what
and
I
then,
found?
What?
You know, when I was going through all my photo stuff and finding all this gold that I was sending you.
Yeah. Yeah, one was not good.
The
I don't want to see me stabbed, laid up in the
laid
hospital.
up in the hospital. Hey man,
I don't even remember that picture at all. Not one bit of it.
I think that's why I took the picture, because I was like, he will never remember.
Was it still
this.
dark? Because it looks like it was still dark in the
There's-
room.
Is when the sun was coming up.
Yeah, I don't
yeah, it was
remember
that
that at
morning.
all.
I found where you and I rode in a pedicab.
Oh, you
Across
did?
Austin, I found the video of us riding along in the pedicab.
I thought we had audio too somewhere, don't we?
I think it's in the
Or is
video.
that part of the
No.
lost?
No, we
audio?
do. No, that made the podcast. Us
Yeah.
riding around.
And then we had the genius idea of seeing how long we could get one of them to take us up the road. If we could get them to drive us all the way back to Fort Worth,
Yeah.
or all the way from Fort Worth down to Austin,
How much would it cost to get us out of Austin?
if we could pull it off.
How? Yeah, a pedicab.
I still think that's a genius idea, and we should do it.
Well, hey, that guy walked from Fort Worth to Austin.
He's gonna have to pull up if we go to the
Do
ATM.
something.
Like we're gonna be getting into our savings and shit.
Where do we rode from the club?
We rode from
The club
over
where
by that
Royal Sons were, yeah,
all the way back to the hotel that Shauna was staying at, right? That parking lot.
the Royal Sons
So we crossed the river.
and Dead Vinyl were playing that show. It was way
Yeah.
down there by the stock exchange.
That's when I
bar.
got drunk with what's his name's girlfriend? The
Chad's?
singer.
Oh, with Tiffany?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got lit. I don't even think we
We were-
watched the show, did we?
We were all lit. Well, they were playing.
And then we went to the strip club and they didn't show up. Wait, those are two different nights.
No, it's the same night.
Oh, we went and got the car and went to the club and then had ducks
Same
at
night.
4 o'clock in the morning.
No, that was a different trip. The
What did we
Ducks
do that
was a
night?
different trip.
What happened then? Oh, is this the gangsta girl? That
So here's what we did.
yeah, I know we did.
We were trying to make
This
it
is
over to
when-
Royal Sons because our last showcase on the boat
Yeah.
was late and the boat pulled up. They actually went and parked the boat for the bats and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we
Willie,
parked
Willie Nelson was playing.
and Willie Nelson was playing as we went by. We got off the boat and we're like, let's run over there and see if we can see the
Yeah.
Fort Worth showcase because we knew Dead Violin, Royal Sons, and someone else was playing. We
showed
walked
up, Royal
over
Sons
there.
was playing.
When we turned on 6th Street, because we're at the far end of 6th,
Yeah,
when we turned on it,
too.
we
if I
were
remember right.
exhausted, but we could hear what got us there was Royal Sons playing.
Yeah,
We heard them playing and walked up, and we walked up right as they played their last song, and then hung out, got
drunk.
smashed,
while
Dead
Vinyl was
Vinyl,
playing.
and then we're like, we can't walk back.
Yeah.
to
We're
the
asking
car.
Chad to score some yayo and meet us at the fucking strip club.
You were.
And we showed up at the strip club,
That's when we had our table reserved for us.
and that's where that
And that's
video
when we
came from.
laid down
Yeah.
in the
Is that
tent.
where the video came where that you sent me the other day talking to that one girl about I
Yes,
can't remember what it
yes.
was. It made no sense at all, but I could tell I was in my party mode.
It's all of us talking craziness
Yeah.
in
and
videos.
But is that okay, so is this not the same night
no,
that the waitress was feeding us
Party favors.
and
you're the one that's
the-
always fed this shit.
no, I thought you were too.
No.
And she was hot too.
Shots? the
No,
most I
not,
ever get
not
is
shots. No, these weren't shots.
I'm never fed anything.
Well, it's because
Y'all
had-
run off, and I'm left there at the table.
you couldn't hardly talk at the time. Because that's when we met the gangster girl, the hot, that hot girl.
That's your story.
There's no pictures of me. There's pictures of you somewhere.
No.
Yes.
Uh-uh.
Don't even try to act like this
I was
right
with
now, dude.
friends there. I was with
Don't
friends
even try
there.
to act like this right now.
Don't you
This is
produce
the same exact
photos.
Okay, let me see.
This I think this is on
I
the,
might have deleted them because I never when I saw them again,
No,
I
I
was like,
think
oh my
these-
gosh, I can't show
I think
this.
I think they were on your phone that got stolen by the homeless people.
Yeah, which that's weird too because there's a lot of pictures of a
I
lot
was
of people
with
on
our-
that phone.
I was with our friends there. that
Now I
night.
know, yeah, we were with a lot of friends there, but there was one friend that kept showing up. It was just us. This was not when we were hanging out. This was not the cocaine and the panties.
No.
happened.
That was a different trip. That's
Right.
the duck trip.
This is when it was
The
just
duck
you and me
taco
fucking
trip.
trying to be left alone completely.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, these girls
Everybody
started
kept
firing
coming
up the
up.
party. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that's the same one. That's the
And
same night.
that's when Michelle was there and
I don't remember her being
CJ
there.
and all them, and they wouldn't leave us alone. And we're like,
I don't remember that.
we just had our asses beat.
I just remember that
Well, let me
hot
beat your ass
waitress
some more.
freaking taking care of me very well, and then we
And the
decided
Russian
to
chick.
drive home.
Yeah.
Yes, the Russian
That's the
chick.
thing. And then
The
we
Russian
shut them
chick.
down and we drove home, and that's the Van Halen night.
Yep, and that's the lost audio footage.
And
The
that's-
Foggy Cartel,
The
Van Halen
The
night.
cartel at Bucky's.
Yep.
The Van Halen night.
Yeah.
That cartel at Bucky's still kind of freaks me out. Thinking about that.
Yeah. Wow. That was before COVID.
We stopped in West at Slavik's to get some food,
Yeah.
and then we made it back right as the sun was coming up.
Wow. Miss those days. Those were good days. You could have body juices all over you and stuff and not worry about it. You come home with a bunch of snail trails all over your head and face and be like, what? It's not like I got COVID or something.
Now you can't do
Now you
anything.
can't even do anything.
It's
man. You gotta have
COVID.
a fucking mask on.
Yeah.
Stupid. It's funny
Miller-
too. I see these people talking about us coming down to Yellow Rose and Red Rose and all that stuff, and I see these videos and stuff. And I'm like, man, that's woke Yellow Rose and woke Red Rose. We were there back in the day,
when it was grimy.
pre-COVID.
Shit. All right. Miller High Life. When's the last time you had a High
NHL?
Life? A
Well,
champagne, a beer.
not too long. I mean, I've
Really?
had one within the last year.
I may not have had one since I was like 12.
Really?
But yeah, I haven't had a High Life in forever.
I mean, it's a lot like a Yellow Belly.
Was it good?
I mean,
They haven't changed the formula, right?
I have no idea if they have or not, but I know it tastes just like it always has.
It has.
And so you got to drink it out of the bottle though, like, and preferably a 32 ounce.
Miller Lite was always the Miller I went to, but I'd have a High Life. I haven't.
What
had a
about
High
an
Life
MGD?
forever.
That's where it gets dicey.
That's where things got a little weird when you were with an MGD.
Those high alcohol content discount beers
Yeah.
like Bud Ice.
So Miller High Life
Bud
wants
Ice
to
Dry.
has a contest going on to where they pay your bar tabs for life.
I don't know if I can enter that though. You could.
It says they want to hook you up this Valentine's Day by paying your tab for life. The Champagne is Beer wants to gift one couple a $20,000 High Life Gold card.
That lasts me and my girlfriend about 6 months.
I think you have an issue. So with this $20,000, you're gonna get this card, and then they're also wanting to pay the expenses of renting out an entire local dive bar for you and your friends to celebrate properly and safely. They're gonna fill it up with food, popcorn, peanuts, and premium Wisconsin bratwurst.
Yeah, my wife and I would not be able to do this.
It'll be candlelit to set the
Nope.
mood. They'll give you that card that's $20,000, and you're going to be set up for life. All you got to do is you need a good love story, namely something that includes you and your current bae, and a local dive bar. Send a 150 word or less tale, a photo, your age, and state of residence to divebarlovers@millerhighlife.com.
That's a good promo. I could never do that, though.
How amazing would that be? A $20,000 bar tab.
My wife and I, if I had a wife, we would get in a fight trying to figure out how we're going to do things, and we'd divorce before it even happened. Like, it'd be something stupid. I'd be like, I want to buy every single drink that's in the bar. I want to buy every single food that's in the bar, and I want to throw them at cops. And then she'd be like, no, we're not doing that. And I'm like, why? That's cool.
So you take this,
You invest it.
and we go down to Yellow Rose. We bring the Yellow
Oh,
Rose
my
back
God.
into it.
Now, there, you don't think we would bust 20 grand?
No.
You're out your damn mind. I could bust 20 grand in a strip club fucking probably in an hour.
What?
I guarantee you I could. You want to do Brewster's Millions Challenge? Who's got $20,000 they want to put on this? Do
We're
Brewster's
starting
Millions.
a fundraiser here.
Brewster's Stripper Millions. That's a good movie idea. I hope Kevin's not listening anymore. We'll take our ideas.
Don't take our ideas.
So will podcast, and so will music studios, apparently.
They will. Everybody's stealing our ideas. In fact, I just looked, and 4 whiskey establishments have opened.
Yeah, out in Marfa. Yeah.
4 whiskey distilleries just opened.
People
in
just
Marfa.
gather around the radio
just bought.
and just like with, or
What
not
can we
radio,
do?
but like their
Alright.
car speakers and just have a notepad out. That's a good idea.
I wonder if Marfa has high speed internet. They do. The central office is right
They
in
probably
the middle
got
of
5G
everything.
out there, man.
They do have 5G. I
All
was
them
on it.
aliens and stuff.
Now in the park, there is no cell service.
Not much longer.
Why?
Sky, whatever, SpaceNet.
Whatever.
You're losing faith in Elon?
You have to be a part of that network.
Well, yeah, everybody's going to join that once it's set up.
Yeah. Not when that shit starts crashing into Earth. Low orbit.
Did you see any
Wi-Fi
of that
satellites.
out there?
I wasn't
Of
really. The train launched.
Is there
You
too
know what
many?
fucking pissed me off though? I'll fucking jump over this table and punch you in the face over this.
I wasn't even there, man.
Wednesday morning, they launched the rocket from
Yeah,
South
yeah,
Texas.
I
And
saw
was like,
that.
God damn it.
How the fuck did we let that get past us?
They were supposed to have
You
launched
know
it
how?
on Tuesday morning.
I'll tell you how.
How?
We're worried about impeaching a president that's not in the president.
Why didn't we, after the show, just drive to South Texas
News.
and watch the rocket?
Mainstream media doesn't give a shit, man.
No, I have an app that shows me when every rocket is launching.
You probably got some notification about some kind
I
of
didn't look at it.
AOC about to, I don't know,
Can we talk about her real
kick
fast?
Ted Cruz in the balls.
Can I piss a lot of people off with this?
What?
4 days is the next SpaceX internet satellite. So the next train,
Will come over our
satellite
skies?
train. No, the rocket launches in 4 days, so it'll take.
Is that
a
what
day.
launched in South Texas? Was one of
No,
those?
this is the flipping.
That was a test.
This is their Mars
Yeah, the
rocket
one that
they're
they're
trying
testing.
to flip and everything, and it keeps crashing
Failing.
and blowing up. But we could have sat on the sand dunes right there next to it and
Where are
watched
they
it blow up
landing
in our
that bad
face.
boy? There?
There,
So
they
they're taking
launch
it up and then bring it back down?
and bring it back down.
Huh. And then what are they going to, and they're also going to, are they going to try to do that one in the ocean too? On a floating dock?
Maybe. But once they figure out how to do it, the next one scheduled down there is mid-February.
It seems like Elon is trying to figure out a way to, when things get fucked up, no matter what, they know how to land that damn thing. Like if they do make it to Mars, if they got to come back here or whatever, and the situation's dire,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I think all these tests are for. Why would you want to land it on a floating dock?
Oh.
I know he wants to reuse all his parts, but
Yeah.
I also think that he's doing this because he doesn't know what the conditions.
Well, not all of them land on a floating dock.
Not all of them, but that was absurd. When I saw them doing that, I was like,
Yeah.
why? When the hell are we going to do that? I
Because
understand
when they launch
'cause they
from
want
Cape
the-
Canaveral, they have the 2 landing sites there
That they try
on
to
the
bring 'em
beach, and they try to bring them in. Yeah, and they've
Yeah.
been successful with that. I
They
guess it
have.
depends on the type
which
of
is
rocket,
amazing.
because you got to remember you're launching to the west,
Mhm.
so it may get too far out over the Atlantic to where they have to bring it down. They can't bring it back to Kennedy.
Yeah,
They
'Cause of
have
the-
to land it
'cause
on
of
a
orbit.
boat. Yeah,
Because of the rotation of the
moving.
Earth and shit, right?
yeah.
Yeah, man. We're getting close.
But I want to be down there in Boca Chicos, because that's where they launch them from, South Padre, and I want to watch one of these things
I do too.
go. So mid-February maybe.
Well, that's next week.
So I got
It's
I
next
got a
week.
couple things. Oh, it is.
And we got to make music
Fuck. Damn
because no one in our band wants to make
it.
music.
No. Stink flamingos.
Stunk.
We're gonna kick Dave out.
Kick everyone out.
Okay, AOC.
Still hot.
But did you see what she wanted to do to save the post office?
No.
It made me laugh.
Wait. Did she say this before the election?
No.
Too?
She said it like last week.
Oh no. Then
She's such a dingbat.
hey, she's creative.
And this is creative, all right. So if you watch her little reels or TikToks or her reels or
No, I
whatever.
don't. Those annoy the shit out of me. It's like a fucking 8th grader yelling at me with big teeth.
No.
I'm like, shut the fuck up.
What I love is the way she wanted to save the
Sorry,
post
8th
office
grade listeners.
is she wanted to start up a national pen pal list.
Oh,
And we pen pal everybody by buying stamps and sending letters to everybody all over the country. Come on.
I mean, there is a sense of romanticism that is gone because there's no hand wrote notes anymore. We just send tit and dick pics,
Through the phone.
vagina pics through your phone, which I don't mind receiving those, by the way.
I don't either. I haven't received any tonight.
Well, the night is young.
The night is young.
Yeah, maybe AOC will send you one.
But yes, I mean, now you can pen pal Polaroids
Yeah,
of your privates to people.
The thing is, the math. It's kind of like the
doesn't work.
economic plan. It's just like the whole unemployment thing. Everybody's pumped up because they say they're going to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. You're going to crush small to mid-level businesses. Then everybody's not going to have a job. But then you're never going to get reelected because everybody's
you're not
going to
be able to buy
"What the fuck
cool
did you
shit."
No, no. Like you're adjusting the whole economics of the country when you just make a blatant.
Yeah.
And if you do the math, I don't care how many times you explain it with your smoke and mirrors, it never pans out right.
It's a great idea. I'm totally behind it.
Love
I
it.
loved it.
I'd love to make.
Totally.
I'd love to make sure that everybody at least made $30,000 a year.
But we have a lot of friends that have small businesses that are like, I'm not going to be able to function with this.
I'd love to be a
That
bar
happens.
back at Texas Billiards and make $30 an hour or
Plus
$15 an hour plus tips. That'd be
Oh
fucking
my
awesome.
God.
I'd love to work at a skate shop. You know, shit. I'd work at a head shop. I'd do my podcast. $15 an hour.
Yeah.
I'm lying. It'd have to be way more than that.
We only make $30 a day.
Yeah.
Out here. So, yeah, I don't, the thing with the post office that she said is just kind of silly because I don't see you sitting down and writing a pen pal letter to someone once a week.
Once a week? Nah, wait. No. Yeah, I'm not going to do
It's
that.
a pen pal list. You're going to have 4 or 5 people in there. You got to sit down and write down letters to.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean, I would even the trolling of it would get bad after a while. Like I'd go Gordo mode. Like I want to split your lungs with blood and thunder with my love.
Berserker.
Yeah, and that would get old. I didn't do it this way. Man, doing my stupid Colin Robinson Twitter got dumb after a while. Like it loses its.
Till you win nuclear.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, that was at the beginning. They just now got to it, I guess.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It took them that long? What about roller coasters? Where do you sit on roller
love 'em.
coasters? Are you still a fan of them at your
Yep.
older age? Nothing makes you nervous about them?
Mm-mm.
Nothing at all?
Unless the thing comes unbuckled while I'm in it, then that would be a problem.
What about if I teased you with this? Six Flags, Saudi Arabia.
Out.
We're not going.
Oh, okay.
They are building a roller coaster called Falcon's Flight.
Cool name.
2.5 miles long.
Nice. I like that too.
The Giant was right at 2 miles. All twisted. This is
What's the
spread
Titan?
out.
Titan's longer than the Giant, isn't it?
Mm.
The Titan's not as long as the Giant,
Mm-mm.
just higher and steeper.
Yeah. But this roller coaster is going to be built in a canyon. And
Okay.
it's going to go all over
Digging
the desert and canyon. It's going to reach speeds of 155 miles an hour.
155 miles an hour?
Yeah.
Damn.
And it will dive into a valley that's 525 feet deep.
I thought you were going to say a tower.
No. Jesus Christ.
Hey, it's late in the show. Thought I'd throw that joke out.
It's only been 20 years. It's not too late or nothing. Good God. But they
funny.
got an animation of how it's going to be laid out, and it's going to go through these tunnels, but 525-foot drop at 155 miles an hour.
That's brutal.
So there's a roller coaster in Dubai, in Abu Dhabi, at Ferrari World that I wanted to ride, but Shelby wouldn't go over there and ride it with me because she was afraid it would make her implant explode because it's known for doing that.
Jeez,
Because
man.
you go 0 to 140.
That's gotta be messy. Hate to clean that up.
Speaking of messy, how far are you? You finished The Expanse?
Uh-uh.
Oh, where
No,
you at
man.
on The Expanse?
I'm like in the 3rd season.
That's where I am, where they've made the ring.
Yeah.
Did you see the racer when he came to a stop?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's going to be like.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It's like the Cannibal Corpse song I was listening to, the high impact velocity trauma or whatever.
Just, you're going 13,000 miles an hour and you hit stop,
Yeah.
and it just rips your body apart. So, yeah, 155 miles an hour. That's kind of pushing it. Like, to where I'd be like,
Couldn't do it hungover.
You hit a bug going that fast?
Oh my God.
Or Fabio hits a bird going that
Oh,
fast
it's
again?
decapitated.
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah.
Mm,
Well, they're gonna. I mean, honestly, they'll have it enclosed. They're not gonna let.
no, it's
They're gonna
not.
have to, man. There's no way. It's
No.
gonna have to be like a jet pilot
They already have it.
compartment, like a bubble.
Well, then that's just like driving a bullet train across France. It's no big deal.
Hey, by the way, where are we at on the Texas? Like, when am I gonna be able to work in Houston
I
and go
don't know.
visit my girls,
When are we going to be
my
able
Houston
to take
workers,
where at Treasures?
my H Town ladies, the treasures, like with Drake,
And what's his name?
Flo Rida?
Who's the guy that released Astroworld?
Oh, Travis Scott?
Yeah, you can go hang out with Travis Scott.
No, but if honestly, I will go down and hang out with Pa Wow.
Everybody wants to hang out with Paul Wall.
Yeah, well, only us have.
Maybe, true. Maybe if you take a train from Dallas to Houston, when you hit the Woodlands, you won't be all ugh.
Yeah,
Like we said at the beginning of the show.
but seriously, what's going on with the Texas high speed rail? Are they just kind of COVID killed that whole thing?
You're going to be using a walker before you can get on that fucking thing.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
you're
what
going
I
to
was
be an
afraid of.
old fuck.
We'll be on Mars before that thing's developed.
Probably.
That sucks. I really want to do that. I wanted to bang on it. Not you, just
There's a lot of
a woman.
videos on RedTube of people banging on high-speed trains.
yeah,
'Cause I
giving
think it's
handsies
fun.
and stuff, and
Yeah.
watching each other tool off.
Because I'm like, they're doing that, and you're just watching the background as the scene flies by, and you're like, man, that's really fucking fast. And they're just over there doing their thing. You're like, man,
Yeah,
I finally got to ride one of those.
over in Italy.
And it made me disoriented when I got off.
Bad, dude.
You're hauling fucking
Yeah.
ass. And you still feel like you're moving when you got off.
The thing's really
Like, I'm not ready
okay.
for
So
this.
we're
Whoa.
rotating 15,000 miles per hour, right?
Yeah.
That's what's really weird and trippy.
Yeah.
If you think about it, we're traveling in space 15,000 miles per hour.
If the Earth suddenly stopped, it would shoot us
Oh
into
my
orbit.
God.
It would throw all
It
of
wouldn't
us
be a
into
good
orbit.
day.
No.
We wouldn't be worried about impeaching a president that's not the president.
Yeah.
We'd have other problems. You think that would break the news cycle of the president being
I don't
the
think
president
anybody
that's not
could,
the president being impeached?
I don't think anybody could be president or be on the news at all. All of us would be flung out into
Yeah.
space.
But the last news,
Unless you're inside of a building.
if we had a countdown, the last news report would not be about the impending doom, though. I guarantee you, the last news report would be about the
So-
president.
No.
That's
Right now.
The non-president. I'm sorry, the
Yeah.
non-president that's about to be impeached
Yeah.
as the
They would
non-president.
they would still keep that going. But you and I would never know because if the Earth stopped right now, we'd shoot up the ceiling, break our necks, and be over.
No, we'd be flung out to just like you said. We wouldn't make it.
Is it
anywhere.
going to fling the shed out into space? Are we
There'd be
going to
so
just
much
ride
debris?
in this?
There'd be trees and shit too going.
But we're going. It's going to fling
Shooting.
us straight up into the ceiling. We're going to break our necks.
Dude,
It's
maybe
over.
okay. So Christian people believe that when the rapture happens, that the dead,
That's
like
what it
what it
is?
is. Maybe that's really what happens.
The Earth stops and everybody gets flung into space.
Maybe God's like pause time, beep,
Beep.
and bam, we just go flying off into space. No man, space people.
The song.
Yeah.
Space people.
Who did that, by the way? Is it Gordo? Was it a local dude, or was it on
It was
a
a
show?
local band.
Oh, it was.
I want to close with that.
We
Space
should.
People
Space
is
people.
Awesome.
Anyway, I gotta go. Anyway, I gotta send.
I
Some,
wanted to talk to you about one more thing. I found it.
This has been an interesting show. We've had a lot of things. Yep. Play that shit, dude. Are we gonna save it for the show?
I'm gonna save it for the end because we're fixing it at the
You
end.
gotta fade it up too, like.
I'll have to do it post the
Yeah.
whole fade in. But Machine Gun Kelly, you a fan?
And when he played Tommy Lee, yeah, I thought he was good.
What about his music?
Nope.
Did you see him do Saturday Night Live where he tried to do his emo rock bullshit?
Nope.
I wanted to kill him. I wish,
Everything that I've heard is shit. Like I saw him do some performance on the adult.
wish he'd take that
movie
machine gun and
awards
put
and
it in his
shit.
mouth.
Whoa, I don't, I don't want him to die.
Oh, and I got a story to tell you.
About Machine Gun Kelly pulling off the machine gun and putting it in his mouth.
No,
I hope not.
Sunday night, what I got into during the Super Bowl.
Okay.
That dirty whore.
What? Who?
That. Oh, okay. So Machine Gun Kelly.
Yes.
You go to his website right now.
Yes.
You can buy the Little Devil Toy 2.0.
Yeah.
It's
Is he still
it's
beefing
a vibrator.
with
It's
the-
a waterproof
God bless,
Machine
dude.
Gun Kelly vibrator.
Okay.
Uh,
Is he still beefing with Eminem?
Becky says, "Have you heard that dude's story though?" No.
Which one?
Yeah, the one where he fought with Eminem. The one where
You know, there's another story that's on Netflix right now. It's what's his name? Lil Peep's story. Remember we used to when he died,
yeah,
all the kids freaked out.
yeah.
Apparently
Our
he's got
buddy
there's
got
a
Lil Peep.
documentary.
Rip,
Yeah.
rip little Peep on his foot.
Well, there's a documentary now on Netflix about him. Apparently he had a crazy ass story too.
Really?
Yeah. Well, what's Machine Gun Kelly's story, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't know. Becky just said. I don't know. I know he was on
I'm gonna call you.
Radio Disney
I'm gonna text
for a
you.
while. He was born in Houston though.
I'm gonna text you in a little bit. All right.
Hey Becky.
Yeah, I'm gonna text you back. Text you in a little bit.
We're both gonna text you hard.
Consensually.
I'm gonna text
We're
you
just gonna need you to
the
sign.
word
We're just gonna need you to sign this waiver real quick now.
hard in all caps, and that's it.
Hard.
Hard makes no sense.
Hard.
Yeah. I don't know. Wait, he had a really fucked up life apparently, and at 19 was the first rap act to ever win the Apollo.
Win the Apollo. You mean perform at the Apollo and not get pulled off stage?
'Cause
Like
he's a
third
white
base?
guy.
Third base got pulled off. I think.
It's third base. Who gives a shit about them?
Wasn't I'm just saying. So he's the first white guy that's ever not gotten like Color Me Bad didn't win it. Like I thought there was a lot of white artists that have gone on to the Apollo and performed and didn't get booed.
He won. He was the first act ever to win.
To win the talent contest or something.
I'm looking at his thing, his Wikipedia here.
You mean to tell me Macklemore didn't win? Oh, by the way, while we're talking about white rappers, did you see that guy I was telling you about that did the fake woke? That had
No.
all those sales the first day his album or his single dropped? Yeah, we'll watch that after this, by the way.
Okay. So I guess if that's it, right?
Space people time.
We done? Are we trying to
We out.
go?
We out.
Well,
Thanks everybody who bought Flask.
yeah,
Fuck
we
you to
are
the ones that didn't.
sold out of flasks. Look at this.
Those are accounted for.
These are the last two.
We are still in the red, and we have a trip coming up that we
We
need
have
to
a
pay
trip
for.
coming up we need to pay for. If you are interested in a future order of flask, you need to let us know.
Pre-order?
Shoot us a message. Pre-order. These two we're going to mark on them here shortly, and get them to their respective owners.
Soon.
So, no, it'll probably be pretty quick. The other ones have been delivered, all but one.
They're going fast, folks.
So if you're
your
interested in
pre-orders
getting
in
a
now.
JJTM flask that look like this to put your whiskey and alcohol,
You don't have
Your
to put your whiskey
mezcal
in a
in?
jar.
yeah, you
put
can
it
take
in
it
a
out of a
flask.
jar. You can put it in a flask. Let us know. But the first 5 of our series are gone, and we'll probably order some more to get to us here shortly.
Yeah.
And
Thanks
like I
everyone
said,
that bought one.
Yep. And straight out the underground, the super hardcore. Oh, man. Becky wants one full of jizz. You know how long it's going to take us to fill that damn thing? Do you want us to mix ours?
I'll text you, Becky.
Yeah. I'll text you the word hard.
Hard.
So, yeah. Straight out of the underground, the hardest hip hop to ever hit the scene. Here it is, Space People. It doesn't even say who it's from.
They come from space, no, they don't come from here. These are the space people. They are from a different planet. Space people. They're not of this earth. They're from outer space. Oh, space people. Space people. Space people.
It's the Stink Flamingo single.
I was outside one day in my backyard, and I saw space people come out of my yard. They said, "We are not from here. We're space people. We're not of this earth, 'cause we are from space." Oh, space people. Space people. We're space people.
All right, that was it. Space People. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see y'all next week. Not last week, next week. We'll see you later. Good night. All right, stop the show. File save. Everybody in the chat room. Oh, that made Becky's vagina dry up. Sorry, Becky. Sorry. I'll give you more moisture later. Later.